Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good
Man, I'm
start to
getting
your
mugged on
weekend
the
for
gang.
anybody who is getting off work or just wrapping it up. It's Friday morning here in the Americas. Pikaya, thank you for the 14 months. I'm not a good dancer, but you know what? The most important thing about being a good dancer, step one, is that you have to have no shame or dignity. So just have to be willing to look stupid. Actually, you know what I started doing? I started watching some YouTube videos on some dance stuff just to like do things in my because I sit down all day and I'm not moving. And dancing is one of the only things scientifically proven to like help depression. like I feel like just in general, like if you ever feel sad or whatever, just like being active and moving around helps a lot. And so even if you don't think you'd be good at dancing, I mean, if no one's watching you, it's no big deal. Just pull up your favorite song or music video or whatever and just start moving. It's it's honestly, dancing has gotten people through some really hard times in life. I'm talking about like civilizations and stuff. So yeah, just who cares? Just move. I mean, what's more embarrassing, going eighth or dancing when no one sees you? It's obviously going eighth because seven people in the lobby all are pointing and remembering your name. They're laughing at you every single time that you go eighth miserably. But if you dance and nobody sees you, then who cares? One or two drinks also helps. Yeah, but some people are recovering addicts, so let's not encourage people to hop back on the horse. Anyways, we have a vote going up for EMEA Tac Cup versus ranked. I think a lot of people just want to go towards ranked. I think it's valid because some people have been scrimming, they've been labbing. So let's see if we can follow some of the EU lobbies of what's going on. I'll pull it up real quick for you guys. So this is currently what's going on. I talked about some of the names of the players here. We got Wet Jungler, for example, who's made it to. He got second at Worlds in Set 9. He's made Worlds, I think, 2 or 3 times. Has been named as one of the up and coming EU players for a while, and for a period of about a year and a half, was largely considered to be a top 3 EU player. Sorry, let me turn down the music a little bit. You guys don't want generic pop, right? You guys are here. You guys are here for the sultry voice and tunes and the TFT background music. We have Lolana, who's made it to Worlds. Clemo Ging, who at one point was one of the most accomplished EMEA players. I think he made it to like 4 Worlds in 5 sets or something like that. Top ranked ladder players like Etra and Fam. We have some fun streamers like Send, Kevin Parker, world finalist, longtime veterans of the scene. We even have shit posters to Geo. We have Twitch mods. Somehow they literally have T-Lides as mods get into EU scene. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Who else we got? We got ImpetuousPanda. We got TFT casters. Dude, the EU field literally just lets anybody in. They let streamers in. They let Twitch mods in. They let casters in. I mean, that's not embarrassing at all. No, I mean, I played in the Tacticians Cup as well. So this is tier 2. This is tier 2. Anyone can get through. It'll be fun to see. We have a lot of good storylines going into it. Player 25 has a pretty awesome name. Player 25, zero cost human. Holy cow, that's crazy. Can you do this IRL dance? Oh, I should probably get my Levi, but I can get a little. Send is playing from Korea. Is he? Oh. Okay, that's crazy. Let's take a look at the lobbies. Let's see if we can hop into a lobby. I think they played the first 2 games. So we can watch games 3, 4, and I think it's worth watching some of these players as well. Even if you're not interested in the player storylines, it's interesting to see like how the tournament's being played competitively, and if anybody has some tech. I know, for example, like the tier 2 group in America. This is the Americas player list that's coming up later today. We have people like Ripple Overdrive, JD Zielinski, Asa's playing. Right, some of the players in like the Kitchen Study Group, Wigwug, Peter, T-Lights, Kiyun, Jungle Book, VCLF, right, Ego Illusion, so on and so forth. A lot of like players that you're used to seeing at the very top. Actually, I don't think Malala signed up. Dank Memes is playing. They were scrimming yesterday, so those players were like taking it pretty seriously. It'll be fun to watch them in Americas. But for EMEA, we're gonna see. Well, first of all, the sheet needs to update. Augment choice for the EMEA Cup's next set. Okay, I'll tell you what. If I get high enough EU to qualify for Tactician's Cup snapshot with chat picking augments, I'll let you guys also pick my augments in tournament if that's allowed. I'm not sure if that's allowed, but yeah. Malzahar heavyweight looks good. I think that comp is really good. If it was up to me, I actually would move up to A tier. I was looking at China. China updated their tier list as well. Their tier list is Janna, Mech, and Artifact Yasuo. I think that's what they think is really good. And then they just jammed a bunch of shit in A tier, jammed a bunch of shit in B tier. And there's just like, do not play Ashe, do not play Juggernaut Ashe, do not play Duelist Ashe, and don't play Fan Service, don't play Kaisa, don't play Smolder. That's just like what those are like the 5 unplayables, but I guess they technically exist. They even have All Out Cassante over. They even have All Out Cassante over Ashe, which is like, I mean, I looked at the stats. Oh, this is some hidden tech, by the way. Not so hidden, but apparently GP Rapid Fire Cannon is back. If you open up RFC, it's time for you to rip some Mentor GP. 4 Mentor, no Janna, no I think I put no Kabuko 3. 3.9. No Kabuko 3. It's time to rip it, buddy. It's time to rip it. Frodan certified. RFC, I think it's RFC Kraken, is it IE? The thing is, the sample size is 65, but if you go like gold, it just, I mean, obviously it looks better. So yeah. Oh no, it's just no, just don't build Rageblade. I think it's IE though. But we'll see. All right. What was another thing that I looked up? There's another thing that I was looking up stats wise that I thought was all out Cassante. Cassante with Infinity Edge 3 items. This is gold plus. But like, if you actually build him like the IE, I think you actually change up the build. I think it's IE, and then it's not. I think it's like not Striker's Flail. Is it BT? No, I remember you like change up the itemization a little bit, but it doesn't look like that horrible. It doesn't look like that horrible. 4.5. I mean, that's. Yeah, I think it's BT. I think it's not even that bad. I think this is his build now. I think it's IE BT Edge and Knight. It's interesting because they buff BT, which is actually quite good. Who should we watch? Can I get into a lobby like before these guys go? Like these guys aren't updating the lobbies, and I have to beg them to invite me because they basically defaulted that spectators can't join unless they get an invite. You know what? I'm just gonna ask let's ask Wet Jungler. Can I get invite? Because this lobby thing is not working. I can't even see who's playing who. Have you seen Malzahar Nico reroll? I have seen that. That's a build that like existed previously, like Protector Malzahar, but I haven't seen much of it. You're on the day 2 tab. Are you sure? It says day 1 lobbies right here. Oh, that's EU. Oh. All right, here we go. No, you're right. I mean, when you're right, you're right. Where's Wet Jungler? Wet Jungler. I mean, he's in. Okay, is there any stack lobby? This would be awkward if I asked him for an invite and then. Oh wait, I'm in the player slot. I mean, let's just see how that goes. I think they're pretty well spread out. Every lobby basically has like 1 to 2 people that are pretty interesting to follow. I think that would be interesting to follow. Yeah, I mean, this lobby has Wet Jungler, Decisive Way, Motive. Lobby 10 has Kevin Parker. Actually, let me go to Kevin Parker. Yo, invite. I want to see if I can follow Kevin because Panda represents the casters. I'm gonna get Kevin Parker. Hit me with that invite. Let's see if we can get that invite before we start. All right. Can't wait to get my new Prime subs so I can sub to Frodan. That's what I'm talking about. Ad free, get the rewind. Also, if you're a sub and you guys are going to either TwitchCon or Worlds, not Worlds, the Open, the Paris Open. I want to do a sub meetup if any of you guys are subbed and you guys are going to the Paris Open. I don't know how or when or where, but I can figure that out later in like a month or so. All right. There's a bit of delay. Oh, okay. Well, either way, I don't know. I think if you play the All Out Cassante board, the old board was playing around Akali, and then you play like Executioner Rise, but I don't know if that's the variation we play now. Darius, Kennen. I mean, it looks like you play. It does look like you play like the Akali version because it links very easily to. Wait, what's the Wraith that you lean into? Jinx? Oh, because it's Jinx Varus. Oh, that's interesting. Well, it's very interesting. There's 128 games. Can some of you guys in Gold Plus start jamming All Out Cassante, please? I need some data. I need some data. This is just not conclusive enough. It doesn't look like playing it with the Nico build is good. Rise J4, but come on, man, you're playing 4 cost. Where are the building blocks? Aatrox, Malzahar, no, Mech, Ziggs, Kog'Maw. We have just no sample size. I need you guys to start lending your bodies to the cause. My soldiers, charge forth. I've been spamming Aushin, no thanks. You know, I was thinking about, so as you guys might have known, I don't know if any of you guys either discovered me through YouTube or care a lot about my primary YouTube content on like my like VOD reviews and guides and stuff like that. But basically the TLDR is why I've been slowing down on that, is because the YouTube algorithm has changed on TFT. It's actually fundamentally changed. It's basically caught up to what the current meta is for content creation as a whole, which is long form content for TFT is not really as pushed, because if people want, I mean, the long form content that people want are like the drama talks, but what people want for TFT are like short bits, like kind of like what Leduc does, right? Or when Mort Dog does his talks about things. And the difficult thing about YouTube Shorts is that you kind of have to farm them every day. And that's sort of like is a different, it's just sort of like pushing the YouTube content in a way that
man, I'm getting Mort Dog again.
I should be doing, but it's also like it takes like some deliberate actions. And so the other thing that I think people want really from TFT YouTube and that kind of content is just like very deliberate, like how-to guides, but in like 5 to 10 minutes. And I think I'm going to change the identity of the channel to do that. So I think I want to do, like, for example, if I did like a 5-10 minute, like this is how you beat a Kali type of thing. And I've been meaning to get to it. It's just that there's just a lot to do. There's just a lot to do. Like, not only am I doing all the stuff for the stream and coaching like that in TFT Academy, but there's a couple of other projects floating in the background, and there's just, I've been meaning to get to it. But I think I want to do something on how to play TFT at a very, very, very like ground zero level. Like people who have never played League of Legends or Auto Battlers, or even just like they have like very little experience in video games, but they're just curious about TFT, like how to show your parents how to get into it type of thing. And I think using Aushin's Ascent is like the perfect way to do that because there's no timer or anything like that. So I was thinking about doing that, but I'm not sure. But the true OGs watch long content. It's true. True OGs watch like long form content in TFT. It's just that it's sort of like the trend is pushing towards like make it like either super meme content or make it YouTube shorts, or do like very high quality shorter guides type of stuff. Like the long VOD review thing is like sort of a dying art. People don't really want to watch like the 30-minute game. They want to watch like the 10 to 15-minute version of it. And then that's just going to continue to accelerate as time goes on. And don't forget the Gooner content. What's the Gooner content in TFT? I guess it's like looking at all the skins. Wait, T1 Pike. Wait, what is this? Yo. Wait, what? That's actually nasty. That's crazy. Holy cow. That is insane. That is insane. Yunara? I haven't checked on the treasure realms in a hot minute. Wow, it's pretty. It's not my aesthetic, but it's pretty. I think it's like more for. Oh, wait, what? He's just eating a bunch of rice. Is this the Gooner content? You know, one of these days, that probably would be good content as well, like ranking every chibi. And like you just prepare all the videos and you just like you rank them and stuff like that. Chibi, DRX, Aatrox. This is Robin's. When I see this, I think of Robin. Oh wait, they don't show the preview of it. Chibi Yubi? Wait, there's a Yubi skin? What the heck? No. No, not the devious licking the paw. No. Okay, that's for sure the Gooner content. I mean, I don't know that many people personally that are gooning to Yumi, but I'm sure that the number of that is not 0. Also, what's going on? Why is there 8 river sprites? Where's the EU personality, man? We just spent all this time looking at chibi skins. Wood. Yeah, see? We found one person. The unbound stuff is really cool, but then you use them as your little legend. It feels way too big. Does it? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I'm not spending $500 on a skin. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, quick question. Do you guys want like the overlay thing or no? I think let me see if it's even possible. The overlay thing does tell you some pretty good information from time to time, though. Like some of the information of it is quite useful that you can't get. Let me see. Let me see if it even works before we actually commit to seeing anything. Give me a sec here. In-game. Unlink. Oh, I think it does work. All right, let me see if it actually works real quick. Wait, why is my cam here? Huh? And leaderboard. It does. I don't know why my cam is here all of a sudden. Oh, I think it's because I was doing an interview. I could go top left, right? You guys don't mind. Are you planning on changing the overlay so we can see damage charts? Oh, that's not. I'm not the one changing the overlay. It's GG Tech. Oh, is Panda gonna play some Kale? Final Ascent Kale and Scuttle Puddle with a bow, making 10. Sova also has hidden high ranked as well. Not to be confused with Sova from Valorant. Raid boss, tower defense. You know, heroic grab bag into Kale. I can see that if you wanted to do that. I do think that he took Final Ascent. So if you took Final Ascent, you get a level 10. That's pretty crazy stuff. I'm not sure if you can actually pull that off. But I don't think it's raid boss. Oh, wait. He has 2-star bastions. The server has an error. I put in the APAC Cup and they told the TR1 is having issues. Okay, so you can't change your little legend. That sucks. Hey, Frodan, I've been hearing a lot of people have mixed opinions on this, and I want to know your thoughts on it. Hope you're having a good day. I post some of my thoughts on my YouTube over the course of videos. I think I'm gonna obviously put it. I think I'm gonna do a sets 1 to 15 review. I just need to find some people who are willing to do it. Who have been playing since set 1. I was thinking about asking Saints again, but the thing is, we already heard Saints' opinion on sets 1 to 10. I feel like it'd be interesting that because part of it would be like you want to relive some of the previous sets, but through a different lens. And I just don't want it to be like Saint will be like, yeah, well, same thing as I said last time type of thing. And I feel like he would say that. Yeah, well, you know, it's what I said last time. So set 6 is the best set ever. I'm like, okay. But that's a lot of assumptions. Maybe he won't do that. This guy took corner carry on Twilight Shen. I actually played this, and my conclusion was it actually was good, but chat was convinced it was terrible. The reason why I think it's actually good is that, first of all, the base 30% attack speed is pretty solid. Like if you look at like red buff, it's like it's a lot of the attack speed of red buff, so that's pretty solid. And then dashing to the safe position is really good because it's kind of like having reverse Trickster. And that's like a good effect. And it happens twice. So like he can dash to the top bottom left and bash to the top left and just force people to walk. But when I played it, it looked like it was like the reason I lost. But that's just because of bad fight RNG. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. I liked your comment that turning this into set 8. Oh yeah, that's... So I said that in chat, I believe, in T-Lide's chat the other night. But my opinion of this set is that I think... Oh wait, is Panda just playing Garen reroll? He's playing Heroic Grab Bag into Garen? Yeah? No, he's not. He's playing Kog'Maw, right? Nashor's JG. No, he's playing Janna. He's playing Janna. Wait, you know what? I don't know what he's playing. I'm just gonna reserve. He could play anything. But I think that this set, I think set 15 is turning into set 8, where it's like everyone has their own hero augment, and there were frustrations around set 8 of like hitting the right hero augment. Like you have to tailor your board, and that feels like to me the same way you have to get your fruits to line up correctly. And then like everyone is sort of like committing to it, because I think as the set becomes progressively more balanced, what ends up happening is basically like, do you hit the conditions for X? That's kind of what TFT gravitates towards. The more balance it gets, the more it turns into like, well, you have like this can work if, right? And that's fine. That's not like a bad thing, by the way. I'm not criticizing. That's just kind of like how most like deck building games work, because the more overpowered something is, the more like versatile it is. I'm thinking about like a card game, right? Like if there's a card that's like fundamentally overpowered, like Pot of Greed from Yu-Gi-Oh, or Monster Reborn or something like that. That card is just like, it goes in every deck and it's so powerful because it's so flexible because it's so powerful. Same kind of concept, I think, in TFT. The more balance it gets, the more conditional everything gets. But as things get more balanced, it's just going to be like, do I have the right fruits with the right items and with the right augments? And I feel like what it has felt like it's become is sort of like a set 8 reroll centric thing. Because set 8 was like, did you either hit the very strong combo for your 4 cost, or like the setup for it, or did you hit your reroll fruits? Or sorry, did you hit your hero augment for the correct reroll? And that's kind of what it ended up becoming. That's kind of what I feel like it's gravitated towards right now. I mean, obviously, it's not exactly like it. There's definitely some differences. And there's definitely other things that make it feel a lot more like maybe set 13, like the anomalies or things like that. But what is this, by the way? Aatrox with Mittens and BT. What's Mittens BT? Mittens BT. So what are some of the best melee carries in the game? All Out Cassante? No, he has Rod. I mean, it could be Yasuo. It could be... He's not Aatrox rerolling. Is Mittens good on Akali? I don't think so. I feel like Akali doesn't even really want Mittens because it feels like Mittens can actually troll her at times. Who else is a premier melee carry? Volibear? I mean, Volibear doesn't mind BT now. Yone? Maybe he's trying to play mech into Yone. Like, maybe just puts it on Yone. Okay, not that they should do this. Not that they should do this, but imagine if mech could consume the artifacts and gain the artifact power. Mech with Mittens. You know what? They should hire me. Is Viego good with BT? I don't even know if Viego's that good with Mittens either. But I guess Viego is acceptable with BT. BT is a better item now. A lot of situations where the AP ends up being quite relevant for it. I guess Aatrox technically double dips in AP, so like he heals and deals more damage with AP. So it does feel better, but it looks like he lost, so. Heavy is the crown Kog'Maw. So we have a Kog'Maw player. I think we have a crew player. We have a hero augment. We have Twilight Shen. Aim for the top. We got some interesting takes here in this lobby. We got some interesting stuff here. This is heavyweight reroll with Malzahar. Karma in the shop. I think this is actually an interesting lobby. There's definitely some stuff going on. Oh, is it? Is that Mittens Kog'Maw? Nah. That'd be weird. That'd be weird. My guess would be like Yasuo or something. And then we have Janna reroll, some of the expected stuff. Oh, Panda's playing Kata. The Kata. I should have saw that coming. With he has 6 natural copies of Garen, but I thought he was gonna go for Kale at first because he had Kale Pear and he had like the bow and stuff like that. But don't give him ideas. Okay, but the thing is, if Aoshin's Ascent was the primary game mode, wouldn't that actually be kind of awesome? Who's it hurting? Who's it hurting? If Aoshin's Ascent was the primary game mode in TFT, wouldn't you want Mech to be able to consume the artifact and do some stuff? Also, I actually do have a really good idea. Okay, found Karma. Wow, this guy's soul leveling, finds 5 mech on 3-1 with Karma. Nutty. They should make co-op Aoshin's Ascent. You can duo queue with somebody, and then you queue up. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but they should do double up Aoshin's Ascent. That'd be kind of sick, wouldn't it? Is Soju on the tournament? No, this is tier 2. This is tier 2. Do you think the #1 player in North America would be caught dead in tier 2? Yeah, right. The #1 ranked player in North America be caught dumpster diving behind the alleyway of Wendy's, looking for some leftovers. My king is eating nice. K3 juicy. I don't know if the current Aoshin mode is fun enough. Would probably need iteration. Oh yeah. I'm talking about like conceptually, and not this current version. I'm talking about like if they actually develop that mode into something kind of fun. I think that'd be awesome personally. But yeah. How do you get into tier 2? There's a couple different ways. You can just you can climb ladder. I'm really interested in the Mittens guy. Where's the Mittens guy? This I'm not sure what this guy's gonna play. Oh, he's playing Unceasing. Oh, wait, is he rushing Lee Sin? I think this guy is playing like Lee Sin Rush. What the? Really? I mean, it is Scuttle Puddle, but like that's actually it's crazy to take an artifact and just say I'm rushing a 5 cost, because it's very unreliable to get there. It's like taking something and saying I'm, Twisted Fate, or taking this and saying I'm Yone Mech. It's like, it's very, very optimistic. So he's actually just straight up building Mecha Blade Aatrox tempo into Lee Sin. This guy's a psycho. What are these plays, man? That's crazy. Oh my. Wait a second. Well, this Aatrox is a beast, because Unceasing is giving him all the stats, and he's playing Crystal Gambit. Because when a Juggernaut dies, all Juggernauts gain 10% max HP, but they also get 2 more ability that's stacking. So by the end of the fight, he gets a lot. He's not even playing like 4 Juggernauts, by the way. He's playing 3 Juggernauts for crystals. That's wild stuff. We're seeing some dank tech. Hefty rolls into Crew. Heavyweight Malzahar, Twilight Shen, Katarina. Oh god. Looks like he got Portable Forge into Gold Collector. Yikes. Okay, that's not good. And then Janna. So we have three 2-cost rerolls, 1 3-cost reroll, 1 1-cost reroll, a fast 9, a fast 8/9, and then a 3-cost. So we have it's 1 1-cost, 3 2-costs, 2 3-costs, 1 4-cost, and 1 5-cost. That's a pretty good spread. That's a pretty good spread. I mean, I feel like this patch, if that's kind of what ends up happening, I would probably wish that it would be 1 fewer reroll player and 1 more tempo player, but that's not a bad thing. Is this EU? Yeah, this is EU right now. America starts in like 4 hours. This is game 6. This is game 3. The top bar is incorrect. The top bar is incorrect. Sorry. Just ignore that. Maybe practice it in scrims. I'm curious. I really did not know where he was gonna go with BT mittens because this is there's no like Vi in the set, right? Set 13, you could play this like into Vi. Oh, TF on 7 with a Morello? No, it doesn't work out that cleanly. Come on, this guy gets a Morello right here, just gets TF. That's insane. That is insane. His setup is nuts. Kog'Maw too. Kog'Maw, Best's boy. I see more and more people put Best's boy. I played it yesterday, and you guys saw that game, right? It was my last game of the day. I played Best's boy Cog, and I just like cruised. I cruised to a first place. It felt good. It felt good. It's basically a replacement for Archangels. Because a lot of times the best builds on Kog'Maw are Archangels, so why just worry about that and just go Archangels? I think Kog'Maw has a pretty good, decent list of it. You can definitely justify Fairy Tail. I still think if you have the setup for Caretaker, it can make sense. But I also think Best's boy is better. How come this guy didn't say Morello? Am I missing something? Isel? Is he saving it for something else? Isel? What's going on here, man? Oh, he's going Noxus Trap. He's a genius. Oh, never mind. I didn't see the vision. Wow. Well, I mean, wait, what are the odds that TF even gets Noxus Trap? Hold on. That's why, man. That's why. Now you can greed for Rage Blade or GS or something like that. Power Up. Twist of Fate. The odds of Twist of Fate getting Noxus Trap. 35%. Wait, level 7, stage 3. 33%. It increases a little bit. So, pretty reasonable chance. Never mind. I just didn't see the... Man, Frodan, you should just stop talking and just keep watching, man. I don't know how Cog wins any fights in stage 4. It depends on your front line. If you just have Kog'Maw 2 and good front line, you should win fights in stage 4. That's very early Cat 3, but he did have heroic grab bag. Okay, so Panda. Kevin Parker, 300 cash out while playing Twilight Assault. You know, I thought about this yesterday. I had a game. Where I played Twilight Assault, and then yesterday, and then I got offered Golden Quest. And everyone's like, you should take Golden Quest, obviously. And I skipped it. And then I won every fight on stage 3 very, very convincingly because I had Shen too. And this is literally what I stayed in bed and thought about instead of going to sleep. I thought about it and I said, if I was on Scuttle, Puddle, or Gold Subscription, I think taking Golden Quest is actually correct because I think stage 3 Shen is so good if you have items that you can actually kind of skip stage 3, just sack it, get the gold, and then if you can get Golden Quest. You pay 6 Bastion, and you can play any 5 cost in it, and you cap out and win. That's what I thought about last night. I was thinking about you guys. When you guys say Bedge, I literally stay up at night thinking about it. So next time you guys type a mean comment, just remember that I will be in bed thinking about it. Your rage bait worked, and now I'm upset. Okay, this guy, by the way, is playing Rammus Bastion. Is that a thing? Trifecta Malzahar. Looks like the crew player is semi-online. Not really. This is Scuttle Puddle. I think that guy's behind. I don't really like his crew spot. I'm curious about this this Bamus. Is it pissing already? Small bladder. You really should get that examined. As you level up in life, your prostate gets triggered more often, so... Or gets activated more often. You should really get that checked out, Rammus. Can't ever be too sure. Man, this guy just gets the nuts. This is the guy who's trying to play Jug Lee Sin. Ooh, I think Tesla Coil's pretty good. He's also might be thinking climb the ladder into Jugs. Wow, this guy is committed. He is all in Lee Sin. If he does not find Lee Sin, he might be screwed. Mittens. I thought Zhonya's was really good for Malzahar. He also looked like he took Max Arcana, so he's not playing for Noxious. Okay, wow. Rammus 3 Bash. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Because Bash... Oh, because Rammus scales with resistances. So the more magic, the more resistance he has, the more damage he does. Okay. He has corner carry Shen, unstoppable Rammus. All right, all right. Okay. Okay, I gotta say, man, tier 2 EU is cooking. I'm having a good time so far. I'm enjoying my stay. These guys definitely got some plays. They got some plays. Okay. I think the crew player is really struggling. They look like they're very far behind. Even if he hits Ziggs 3, I just don't like his tempo right now. He's like lost a lot of HP. Even if he hits Ziggs 3, it's going to be an upward climb. And the other players that are ahead look very far ahead. Kog'Maw looks like he's in a good spot. Janna looks like in a pretty good spot for obvious reasons. And then mech players just going fast 9, sacking. Cat's online, trying to take advantage of hitting early. This guy's playing Volibear right now. 6 Juggernaut. Oh, wait, he has a Pan. He can go for a Juggernaut emblem. And play Climb the Ladder. So he got off corner carry, and he's going on Finalist. I wanted him to take Fury Break, but Fury Break requires your partner to die. And I don't think that's going to happen. Wait, Rammus, where are you going? Did you... Is that me, or did Rammus... Did Rammus kind of peace out? Sorry, I'm gonna jump over it. I realized that the fight was covering my face, and you guys are not here for the little legend pictures, right? How many Lulu players? I think there's 2. Right now, there's 22 copies of Lulu in the pool, so 2 players can hit the 3-cost monster trainer, but it's gonna be hard for... It's gonna be impossible for 3 players to hit. Before, it felt like 3 players could hit pretty consistently. Okay. Why are they all River Sprite? I think something glitched and the Tournament Realm doesn't allow them to pick their little legends right now, which is quite sad. The game feels a lot... You know, TFT does a lot of things right, and I think one of the things they do feel... I do think people maybe underappreciate is like how distinct the game can feel with things like little legends. It's like a surprisingly important detail when it's not possible. Like when you can't hit, when you can't change your little legends, the game feels like a lot more flat. It's interesting how that works, because that's not something that people complain about or like value very highly. This guy hit the Lee Sin, by the way, on 9. He opened Portable Forge with Mittens. If you're just joining us, we saw someone take Mittens, BT, Mecha Blade, Aatrox, try to fast 9 to play for Lee Sin since 2-1. Let's see if this fast 9 can work, can pay out, can pay off. Oh my goodness, man. What the? This is 1-star TF, man. Or 1-star, I mean, it is 1-star TF. It's 1-star Lee Sin. What the heck? Is there a list of America's contenders? There is. Let me actually see if I can get that score sheet for you guys real quick. Actually, after this game. I don't want to interrupt. Let me do that after this. Okay, so Janna player, perfect spot. I mean, Janna is basically the best comp in the game by a clear margin right now. It's like, I actually think if they just simply did a small B patch and nerfed just veteran Janna specifically, I think this patch would actually be fine. It'd be a reroll driven patch still, but it'd be like a fine patch. There's nothing wrong with like a patch being like skewed towards one type of playstyle. But like, I think balance wise, like Janna's the only thing over the line right now. Oh my god, maybe Lee Sin needs to get nerfed. What is this? I'm just looking at this guy's damage, and it's crazy. I mean, I'm not sure if it can beat Janna too. I mean, it's a 1-star 5 cost. At the end of the day, it's kind of unreasonable to expect too much more. Oh, he almost won actually. Very, very interesting spot. What is he gonna do with this Juggernaut emblem? I guess if he can't, sorry, what is he gonna do with this pan if he can't hit the Juggernaut emblem? Is what I want to know. What is he gonna do? Oh wait a second. Is there something crazy? Like, what if he puts Juggernaut emblem on the Lee Sin and then transforms it into? No, that's probably bad because you want the Juggernaut stance. You want the Juggernaut stance. Because I was thinking, like, what if you transform it? But then the thing is, what makes him strong is him being in Juggernaut form. Maybe a duelist emblem instead. Yeah, you could do that. It's not that great though. It's basically duelist emblem is like a bad Kraken on TF because I mean, I guess no, actually the bonus true damage is pretty good as well. He missed on the cloak, so now what do you do? Now what do you do? If you're gonna play around Gwen, I think you go Void Staff. I think you go Void Staff Edge Knight, but then you're stuck with this. Yikes! I think duelist emblem makes sense, actually. Lisa and pair. Sage. Sova hit Twisted Fate 2. So this guy also went Juggernaut TF. And oh my god, get your items on, man. You're at 19 HP. Never mind, he's going to get wiped by Janet 3. Crew player is online, but he's barely hanging on. And this is Bash and Rammus going up against Malzahar 3, Darius 3. It's very close. Okay. This lobby is actually quite close. Kog'Maw beats Panda as well. Panda's artifact is pretty bad. He took Gold Collector for his cat reroll, and then he had to move it off late game, so he's just down in Augment. This is intense. This is pretty intense. Lee Sin 2? Wait, so is this guy going to be able to hit either of his? I think this guy is dead because everyone's hitting his legendaries except for him. Man, that is sad. This Sova guy is just taking all of his units on the way out. Oh, stage. Oh, Dargar, I missed your sub. Thank you so much for the 30 months, man. It's crazy. 30 months is nuts. Hope everything is good. Everything is awesome. Life is good, I'd say. Life is good. I just bought a new laptop because I'll be going to TwitchCon for the Street Fighter event, and I think I want to consider maybe even streaming on it. So I bought a laptop for that can also stream. I got the Razor Blade. But don't tell Vitality. Oh my god, no one's dead. Because Vitality is sponsored by Asus. But the Asus laptops are really good, but they're so expensive, man. They're so expensive. Not Razer. Well, the Razor Blade looks like it's pretty good for performance and streaming. Like that's all I really care about. And also I'm traveling, so. Is this the new patch? Yeah, it is. It's a new patch. So someone's playing Malzahar and they hit everything, but they basically finally hit, but they hit with 1 life left. But this guy never went for, this guy actually played Max Arcana, is not playing Noxious Fumes or whatever. Asus doesn't have the hookup. Well, apparently what I was told was they only sponsored the CS team for Vitality. And I said, like, that's fine. You don't have to send me like a free laptop. Is there just like any like discount or whatever? And they're like,
man,
no.
I'm getting
like,
more dogged exam.
This is so close. No one's dead? Oh, that is nuts, man. That is nuts. That is nuts. Dude, the Mittens BT player went 7th because he couldn't hit. Costream, I think we're at 23. All laptops are plus 5%, so there's no mistakes to be made. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But the thing is, if I don't have BIS, the BIS police is gonna come. If I don't have BIS laptop. I got the Razor Blade though. It seems like it's pretty good. It's a pretty hefty investment, but yeah. L sponsor. Okay. I mean, I'm down to say that until they send me something, and then I'll change my opinion. Because as you know, when it comes to laptops, my opinion is for sale. Like I don't really have a vested interest in it. So if one laptop, I don't know if Omen if it wants to come knocking on my door, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? No, man, I'm like Razor for life. Like, it's all good. Wait, you actually found the score sheet? Oh, thank you. Let's actually let me actually pin that pin as well. Manually unpin. If you guys want to see that pin, it's up there. Come on, KP. Kevin Parker. He's living. He's living. He's living. 1 unit, 1 life. Oh my God. It's actually so close. It's actually so close. Also, he has finalists, so players are dying. But I think Kevin was hoping more players would die so he can get more finalist value because you get more damage amp the more players die. But right now, no one's dying. He's like down like 9 DR and DA. That's crazy. That is crazy. Out of resources. This Malzahar player is making the comeback. His max Arcana is at 59. That's a lot of AP. 3,200 magic damage over 15 seconds. That's a lot of AP. Lee said Sova with 2-star Juggernauts. 2-star Zyra, 2-star TF, 2-star Braum, 2-star Twist of Fate. This goes bot 4. I might never fast 9 again. If this bot 4 is, I'm never fast 9 this patch. This should never lose. This should never lose. That is crazy, man. Oh, Kevin Parker survived. Panda with the 5th. I mean, I think his Portable Forge unfortunately was so bad that it cost him the placement because he got Gold Collector for his cat. Hey, Bastion Ram has made it. And also we got +2. We got +2 kills or +2 deaths. So 15% damage amp and 8% damage reduction. So right now with 4 eliminated should be 27 damage amp and 20 damage reduction. And then he has 15 from the Giant Slayer. I mean, that looks about right. Listen, man, you can't ever be too sure. You have to look and see if it's actually working. Greg, about to run over these fools. The thing, I agree, Greg, about to run laps, except I worry that his mental is not. I worry that he's not like mentally locked in. Because I was listening to him talk about TFT on stream, and he does not sound very happy. Hodge, quicks over on Gwen. Okay, I like it. We didn't have a cup this weekend. This is tier 2. This is the tier 2 cup. Honestly, this game we saw some cooking. Rammus 3 with Bastion Emblem. We saw a Mittens Lee Sin fast 9 attempt. That was pretty cool. Actually, we see multiple fast 9 attempts. I think this is just a good top 4. I think this Sova guy is too. He hit critical mass. He has 2-star legendaries across the board, and I think everyone's HP. And then we have Janna Kog'Maw in top 3, which is I think expected. Janna, whoever gets the best Janna spot in general should be in a good spot because Janna's I think the one reroll comp that needs to get nerfed. I don't think there needs to be a B patch, but if there was to be one, I think their general philosophy is they don't want to be patched, but if there was to be a B patch, I would nerf Janna. And probably that's it. I think some people say buff Ashe. You could probably buff Ashe again. I worry. What I worry about with the B patch buffing Ashe would be that if they somehow like overcorrect and now Ashe is like super busted, we're just stuck with that. So I feel like wow, it'd be good to buff Ashe. I think it'd just be good to just like nerf Janna. Maybe buff Ashe just like a little bit, and then she's still not playable, but at least it gives you a stronger baseline to understand what needs to happen, right? Just keep nudging her more and more. Because as you guys know, we've definitely played metas where Ashe was good, and it can be kind of oppressive, so. What do you think of Star Guardians? Star Guardians is, it's good. I think it's one of the best 4-cost lines to play. And I think Super Mega is her best route now. I don't think it's Gather. I mean, Gather Force is definitely still fine, but I think Super Mega is well, I mean, I think it's Super Mega. Yeah, what up, Panda? Panda, what the hell is this Portable Forge on 3-2, man? I look at over and you have gold collector. It's not your fault. I'm just saying, like, I look over, I see gold collector Katarina. Brutal. I mean, I think 5th is actually good, all things considering, because you're just down a gold augment on Scuttle Puddle. It'd be like that. Just remove Janna reroll. It's so boring. Really? I think Janna reroll was so bad for more than half the set, and now she's good for 1.5 patches because we're still halfway through this patch. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Some people, believe it or not, think Janna is a cool to carry because you know what she's not carrying in? She's not carrying in Summoner's Rift. One of the interesting things about TFT is that you get to see power fantasies of champions that don't really exist in other forms. Like, Janna is probably not going to come to 2x KO, and or at least not anytime soon. And she's definitely not going to be relevant in terms of like a hyper carry in Summoner's Rift. So you get to see some unusual stuff in TFT. I think that's kind of interesting. Like, isn't that kind of what makes TFT kind of cool? Like, from both a individual game perspective, but also how it intertwines into other Riot stuff. I think it's cool to see Janna carry. I feel like Crystal Gambit Ashe is top 2 in every other lobby already. Well, okay, yeah, Crystal Gambit High Roll is still a thing for sure. Why nerf Janna and not just buffing a lot of other comps? Because Janna's still over the line. Also, nerfing Janna is buffing other comps. You have to remember everything. One thing unique about TFT is that 100% of the game is played at all times. In League of Legends, you only play 10 characters at a time of the 200 characters in the game. I'm just rounding up. You obviously there's picks and bans, but you only play with 10 characters. You always interact with 100% of the game every single time you queue up. And so nerfing Janna technically buffs everything else. So like that's why you see such drastic swings. People say like, why is balance thrashing all the time? It's because when they buff something and nerf something else, it's like pushing it in 2 directions. Can you explain why parting the C positioning works against I think he's just trying to minimize the AoE, because what he's trying to do is have with the Red Sea was try to have Lee Sin punch away from his backline, because right now just Jan's getting caught, right? But I'm pretty sure like this guy just wins because his 2-star legendary board is just too much. He's had this TF2 for a long time ramping up. Just look at how much stats he's acquired, and he has his best. I'm pretty sure Noxus Trap is just also a very OP power-up fruit. He also has Item Collector, which is a scaling augment as well. He scaled too much. So Fast 9 Juggernaut seems to be the preferred line for these guys, or the preferred version of Fast 9. It's probably not the Varus stuff. Yeah, but I mean, overall, it seems like it was good because you're asking like why he positioned like all column A and column D, right? Here, I'll show you. Let me get out my pen. Epic pen. Let me get out the pen, and I'll draw some fancy lines, some squiggles, since you guys love a good visual aid, right? So the theory behind this, let me go ahead and turn off this overlay thing real quick. Give me a sec. The theory behind this, my pen will come out here, is that if Lee Sin is here, he can only, theoretically, you want his AoE to blast in this radius and dodge the Janna, but pragmatically speaking, that's not what happened. You want the Lee Sin ends up aiming here and hitting everything. But like, but I think that's like the idea. However, the counter positioning to that is the same thing with the cause. Like, what if Lee Sin just goes, oh, what if you just watch Hulu Live TV for $65 a month? And by the way, after those 3 months, they charge you $100. It's just crazy. If you put Lee Sin here, he just like guarantee blasts like that. So it's actually very easily countered. But the whole point of this is that Lee Sin's AoE would not get to it. So it's a cool idea. If the guy adjusts. So that's what he's trying to go for. $65? That's insane. It is insane. You're in player slot. You're in tier 2. Wait, that's a little bit over the line. All right, I'll be right back. Ads. Cool game, by the way. Bastion Ram is woke. I gotta give him a compliment sandwich, you know. I gotta give him the I gotta give him the compliment sandwich. Okay, so this is the EU score sheets. Exclamation point scores. If you got, actually, I should change that command for that. Exclamation point scores. I don't have any stats, so people who want the stats for the cup. Oh my god, Da Vinci. Wait, this is the guy that we queued into on our EU account like 5 times in a row. Da Vinci 01. Remember Da Vinci 01? We were playing on our EU West accounts, climbing, and we just it was like we 1v1 versus this guy like 3 games in a row. And he went 1-1-1. I think he beat us also on our climb. So you know what? If you guys think about it, could I compete in tier 2? When you guys pick my augments, you guys are competing against tier 2 EU. I almost just unfriended you. You're on thin ice, pal. Don't worry, I'm on a diet. Oh, okay. Never mind. No, you can't push these EU guys too far, man. You can't push these EU guys too far. They're good folks. They're good folks. They are good folks. All right, refreshing. Refreshing. Here we go. Let's link back to it. Does the game sound kind of soft for anybody else, or is that just me? No, it's fine. It's fine. I think I didn't have my speakers up. Are you not allowed to use skins? No, the skins are just down. Skins are just down right now. Or rather, Tournament Realm is bugged and you can't change your loadouts. I don't know what's going on. They have to investigate that. I think they know. Set 15 moment. That's not even a set 15 thing. I mean, I guess it technically is. That's just the unfortunate client error. It can happen in any set. But I guess it is representative of like what's going on this set, which is a lot of the cool things just don't work. It is true. Viego. I still think Viego is good early. I would still play around this Viego if I was crazy Slay T. I still think he's a solid item holder. Sorry, the early game. The thing about Viego though is that the pathing tends to push you into Soul Fighter because his traits are not usually desired. Like, you're not trying to lead into Duelist, and the way to get him stronger is to play more Soul Fighters for flat stats. But that kind of commits you more to Soul Fighter, so. But I do think Viego is still good. Aura farming. I mean, Aura farming is still quite good. I don't know if he feels otherwise, but I'm pretty sure Aura farming is still, in my opinion, it's not nearly as crazy as it was last patch because the item is a big deal, but it's still good. I guess he's scouting. What's the best Aura farming with his Bastion setup? Probably something like Twisted Fate. Because you just play a good Bastion core until you get to the 5 cost. TF. Oh. He's going Akali? Oh, wait. Interesting. I thought our farming was still really good. Starfall, Nico. So he's going Akali. Prize fighter. Another kata for ImpetuousPanda. Looks like he popped to see if he can get Nashers. Actually, this is pretty unfortunate. He popped the Anvil to see if he can get either a glove or a bow. Didn't find either. Hard bargain. Archangels. Nico. Treasure hunt. Is this crew? No, this is armor farming. Armor farming to Gwen. Is ImpetuousPanda competing this set? He is. Well, Panda actually competes in a lot of sets. It's just that because here's the unfortunate truth about TFT esports is that no one can make a career out of it as a caster right now. As like you can have it as a side hobby, but when I was full-time casting TFT and I got pretty much every gig I ever wanted in TFT, like I casted every cup, I casted all the regionals, and I got all the worlds thing, I was making like $35,000 a year doing that. And I got like everything. And that's not like a bad amount of money because that's like nice. Like who would? But like that's not something you can live off of like just as your own, as the thing that you primarily do. You have to do that on the side of something else. So when I did that while working at Twitch, that was nice because that was like a really nice bonus to my income. But it wasn't like very good sustain. And now they cut the amount of broadcasts to now there's only one regionals broadcast per set and one worlds broadcast per set. So it's like now if I were to cast all of that 3 sets a year, I think I would make like 20 something thousand. It'd be, they cut the amount of tournaments by like a lot. So it's just really, really hard to make off really. But again, like who wouldn't want like a quote free 35 grand in your pocket for doing something that you love? Absolutely. But like, can you do it as something and that's also sort of what stunts the growth of the broadcast as well, because it's like a lot of people can't justify investing a lot into it, and therefore a lot of people have the perception that TFT casting is bad, even though it isn't, by the way. I think TFT casting's only improved despite the fact of all those things I just mentioned. But like it's hard to like justify investing more from the worker side of things because it only can pay so much. So the best way to make a career, and I put that in quotation marks, off of TFT competitive is like to be a co-streamer. And even then it's like, because I'm not actually co-streaming, I'm actually just streaming. And co-streaming is one of a few things that I do, right? It's a lot of people think of my content as the co-stream for TFT competitive, but also people who know me, it's like one of a few things that I do. How many hours a week? It just depends on how you define the work as well, right? Do you define playing the game, watching the VODs, and everything like that as work? Some people don't. Some people don't like. What's crazy to me is some people don't perceive that as the hours as part of the job. And so when they go to other esports casters, right? So like I'm thinking about people who cast League of Legends or Dota and Counter-Strike, and those casters actually make a pretty decent amount of money for casting. But a lot of people who hear that, and one of the things about Riot in general is like people talked about for a long time that Riot like pit the casters against each other's, right? I'm not sure if you guys have followed any of that, but there was like drama about in Dota and in Counter-Strike, casters would lowball each other and sort of backstab for like the few spots that you could cast. There's drama around that. And then Riot tends to like divide and conquer by like making sure some casters aren't too popular. This is in League of Legends. In order to like make sure that they have less leverage and negotiation as like a broadcasting team. That historically has been extremely true. And so people like see all this like people coming out of the woodworks to complain about the state of casting, and everyone's like, shut up, you make like a lot of money casting. Like some casters get paid like somewhere between $100,000 to $150,000 a year in terms of like what they make. But they're like, all you do is just show up and talk about the game. They don't even talk about like all of the time spent invested in terms of like like actually perfecting their craft, and I would assume that that's part of it. Is it even a co-stream if there isn't a main broadcast anymore? That's actually a good question. I have no clue. That's just like a, I guess that's like a technicality. I haven't really thought it through. The question you have to ask yourself is, if you weren't casting, doing the research, would you still be playing the game as much? Oh no, not really, because it's sort of the reason why a lot of people enjoy that process is because you're kind of fusing your passions together. So it feels like easy to put the time in to learn about all that stuff, but it's still work. It's still work, especially when you're doing things that are less enjoyable. A lot of people don't like VOD reviewing. Did you guys actually see? Hold on a second. I need to show you guys something. Do you know who even gets shit on more than the casters? The admins. And perhaps the observers. I need you guys to see this. I need you guys to see this real quick. Pause. This is the Google document for the observer notes for the Valorant champions. Valorant observers, it's a team of people. They have a 100. Well, you guys can't see this, right? Oh, sorry. They have a 131 slide presentation to show all the notes of everything they ever VOD reviewed in preparation for one Valorant tournament. 100 total, 2 total VOD reviews, 140 players, individual players, tendency, combos, and lineups, 400 team strats in terms of executions, pops, defaults, opens, traps, and they just like literally scroll through it, every setup for it. And they do this by watching VODs, and it's a team contributing, right? Like everything. It is insanity how much work goes into it. And then if they like miss one thing, people just like shit on them all the time for like, you know, oh my God, these observers suck. And I'm not saying that TFT casters put that much work into it as the same level, but it's also not too far off. I think if you put down every piece of knowledge and every VOD they reviewed and everything like that, I'm pretty sure the TFT casters preps are in the 60s or 70s. Like probably not in the hundreds and 30s, but like it's at least half of that in order to like understand everything about TFT going on to it. And that's at the main broadcast level. If you put down everything I knew about the game, it probably reached even a little bit more than that. I don't think I would get to 130 pages, but partially because a lot of it's images as well, so it's not like texts. And that's just an insane amount of work, man. I think it's like a deeply disrespected craft in our industry, and it's the only thing that hasn't scaled. Player salaries ballooned, orgs got crazy VC and all these different things. Riots and all these other game developers sold their broadcasting rights for hundreds of $millions to like YouTube and everything like that. But casters and the actual people the talent of the industry barely ever scaled in terms of actual resources and how much they got paid. And it is just a deeply disrespected craft. And it is, if people ever ask, do I miss casting? There's things I miss about it, but I just really hated the level of disrespect generated for it. And it wasn't just Riot, it's industry-wide. Everyone always just like, because the thing is, you just have to deal with people always flaming you nonstop as well. You have to deal with all the criticism, and sometimes you're beloved as well. And don't get me wrong, it's a really rewarding line, but there's a reason why I basically quit cast. That's like this. That's the quickest summary that I can give of it. It's like there's like way more stories to tell. Maybe it's like a podcast episode I could ever join and like reflect on it if you ever are super interested in that kind of stuff. But it's just bad times, man. 140 pages is like 3 soju rants. It's true. It's true, man. Oh man. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about these spots real quick. So 3-2, Radiant Hand of Justice. Radiant Hand of Justice on Katarina. That's an insane spot for Panda. That's her best item by a landslide. It's even better than artifacts, I think, because of just how much power it brings into it. But it might be around the same tier as that. We have double Nashers, Radiant Refractor for Kevin Parker's Akali. We have Aura farming Gwen looking pretty good right now. It seems like he's leaning towards sorcerers because he doesn't have any soul fighters. We have Belt Overflow for fully adapted Garen. Okay, so we're playing some Yumes. some Yubi. We have Rageblade, Shojin Kog'Maw. We have Starfall Nico with Invested. Wow, Invested Nico. That is real scary. We have Treasure Hunt, Janna. I just think Treasure Hunt in general is like kind of weak, but if you're playing the best comp in the game with it, that probably makes sense. I think Janna's a real comp that can win out. And then we have Hard Bargain, Crystal Gamba with 1 buff, 2 buff. Blue buff, Nashor's JG, Quicksilver. Okay. Dan, would you rather prefer Mentor Cat or Battle Academia Cat? Probably at Battle Academia Cat. Mentor Cat is, it's basically like the same comp, but you have to play with like, you have to like high roll harder. Because Mentor Cat is dependent on you hitting like Rise. It's much more dependent on you having access to and itemizing Rise versus Battle Academia is like not that important to hit Rise. Is that tier 2 showing its teeth? Invested Nico feels interesting. We didn't see his augment choices. It's possible that he got screwed, but I definitely don't think Invested is like an ideal setup for hit. I do think that in general you do struggle to hit this 3-star Nico. However, I think the problem that I have with Invested is, let's say even the optimistic scenario happens where he hits quickly. I think he's trading a lot of HP to get there, and I don't think Starfall Nico is a win out reroll setup. I do think highly of Nico too in the mid game though. Also, he's going up against like the hard bargain players, so this should be a win. But I think he's trading a lot of HP, so we'll see how it goes. I think this is the hero augment I had the least amount of reps on. I think I probably played this hero augment like 3 times, twice, and I'm not sure. But we'll see. Would you rather take Bastion kind of Radiant Refractor? Refractor for Radiant Shojin. 2x contender. It's time. He's instantly sold. Stalking Dart. I think he's looking for utility. I think he's looking for Sky Piercer or Solar Breath. If he's looking for utility, he actually should try to look for it on Janna. Janna can get Noxus Trap. If he's trying to duo carry Ahri, that's different though. Have you seen the Chinese super server started up today? I did not see that start. I saw that some people are signing up for it though. I think Setsuko signed up for it. I have to say that I think another this is actually something that's like not really a true or like a super important complaint. But TFT is getting really hard to watch when you watch out of region, because I don't really know what's going on with a lot of power-up fruits unless it happens to show like a number that makes a lot of sense, or like symbols. So if it shows like finalist and it has like the damage reduction and damage amp, that like makes sense to me. But it's becoming like hard and hard to follow TFT outside your own region, and this is like a first world thing that's largely due to oh god, his cash out was 3-star 1 costs. Wait, what? Hold on, this guy just 2 rolled Zyra 2. Rolled past Ashe. Wait, don't you oh, okay, never mind. These guys playing Akali. I was gonna say, like, can't you just play 5 crystal plus whatever carry you want to play? So you should make this Vi too. Seeker's Arm Guard. Okay, so I'm a firm believer that 5 crystal is actually something you can play around if the structure supports it. But I guess Akali doesn't actually have that. But like, okay, who's a better carry in stage 4? Is it Akali 2 or is it Zyra 2? And you fully can set up things around it as well. I don't know. I feel like Zyra 2 is a perfectly fine carry to play around in stage 4, but maybe he feels like he has to play around Akali. I guess he has the easy items. He had to make a really quick decision, and I think in his mind he has no HP, so the TFT AI would 100% pivot, I think. But I think in his mind he just has to commit to it because I think he's worried about making too many mistakes. He didn't even slam his items, right? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 components on the bench. So it's like too hard of a turn. So rather than like pivot, just commits to the Akali. But I'm like fairly certain the TFT AI plays 5 crystal, commits to Zyra 2, farms 5 crystal, and transitions to a better front line without rolling the 0 as well, which is also the other element. But like it's like so much easier to say from our perspective. Because he didn't even if he made the Zyra 2, he wouldn't even have to roll this much. And then he would be like in a much better position to like capitalize, even go to 9. And then actually cap his board out. But it's too hard. Too hard of a turn. But now he's playing. I guess the good thing is that he hit the Akali before Kevin, right? Panda hit Katarina in 3. What? No. No. Silver Destiny lit fuse. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. Well, I mean, just down to silver. That's cool. Aura farming. One more turn until he hits. Mage. Okay. So we're going to get to a good safe spot with that. And then another question is, what are we going to even save this dupe for then? That's another question. By the way, he loses this fight because I don't think he can answer cats. And also, okay, but to be fair, I don't think... Oh, never mind. He won. Oh, just kidding. I would say, to be fair, I think Zyra 2 actually loses to that. Or she can lose to that, rather. So, you know what? Maybe he ends up being correct anyways. Because he can't lose a single fight this stage. That was a really, really important thing, hurdle to clear. Wait, this guy actually intentionally clicked lit fuse. Oh. So he just goes for the... Oh, because Janet is 60 mana. Oh? Is that bank? Okay, hold on. Nico 3. Oh, hold on a second. Find your center. Nico 3. RE1. Frontline the Senna. Yeah, actually, he's getting 30 mana on Senna. Well, also, unfortunately, the Janna is dead. So, yeah, we got the Akali. Cool idea, though. Cool idea. I'm sure lit fuse. Okay, let's put it another way. Does anybody here in chat know how many times lit fuse has been buffed this set? I can give you a spoiler. It's never been nerfed. How many times has lit fuse been buffed this set?
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Moldiver, thanks so much. This Nico augment here is so good. 0. Right? Actually, I think I got buffed one time. The bug fix, yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, the technicality of it. So if it technically got like sort of like one buff, do you think Riot would let it average in the 5s? They would surely like buff it a little bit. After 6 patches, they would surely look at it. They had the stats. They would look at it and be like, okay, well, this is probably like too bad, so we should buff it a little bit. You think they would actually just be like, nah, let's just leave it at 5.1. It'll be funny whenever someone's Silver Destinies into it. They don't actually do that. So surely if you click on it, it actually can be quite good in situations that you want it. This guy's playing Archangel's Yasuo. I will say that I don't like it if you're going to be splitting it with Senna. That seems pointless to me. I like this full 60 on Janna. And this guy's about to go 8th anyways. You know what? Maybe he does average a 5-point max. 2 marks, staying alive. Nico hero augment. It looks like Akali is kind of running the lobby. Sova, Akali 2, Kevin Parker, Akali, and 2 marks with the Nico. Those are the ones winning. Gwen 2. Holy cow. This guy has belt, 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 and a belt. His components are like 8 belts, 2 gloves, and like 2 tears and a rod. So how come Ash is still dog shit, almost 5.0 AVP? Actually, so it's funny. It's funny that you say that because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are building Ash wrong, and it's not a 5.0. She's a 4.9. So get your facts straight, buddy. And you know what? 4.9 is not a. It doesn't mean that it's a 0% top 4 rate. Just saying. Just saying. All I'm saying is some people have averaged a 4.9 in checkmate and won a tournament. I mean, I don't. I'm just stating the facts. Sometimes you average a 4.9 in a checkmate lobby and you win the whole thing, is what I'm saying. Unstoppable. So Panda hit the unstoppable. He plays the full back line. Is this tech? When you play unstoppable Rakan, you go full backline. I wasn't under the I was under the impression that you are supposed to actually only backline Rakan and then play. Like I thought the way you do it is you play Rakan like here, and then you play Cat here, and then like tank here. So what happens is Rakan goes here, and then tank goes here, and then Cat just like does that. That's what I thought you're supposed to do. I'm not sure though. Very, very interesting positioning. Oh, we can't see your mouse? Oh wait, what? Boom. Sorry. I was under the impression that Cat's supposed to be here, Rakan's supposed to be here, and Tank's supposed to be here. Oh no. Sorry. Rakan here, Cat here, and then Tank here. Then Rakan and Tank move up here and crowd. And then Cat jumps. She's more likely to tuck into this corner. Like, I thought that was the situation of what you play Unstoppable. Okay, Aura farming into Gwen 2 into Sorks might not be it, you guys. This guy has lost every fight since he lost every fight since stage 4-1, and then he hit Gwen 2 and he hasn't won any fight since. Wait, you still can't see anything I'm doing? Wait, what? No, that definitely worked. That definitely worked. You guys are just trolling me now.
Broseph made a YouTube video about that? Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe Broseph, he's just copying the Broseph tech. If that's the positioning suggestion he had. I gotta say, it has not looked very impressive the way Panda's been doing it. I'm pretty sure Panda has lost almost every fight since I've seen him do that. Like, this guy's on a 6 loss. It could be as simple as, well, that only works if you have Rakan 3. Maybe he needs Rakan 3, but ever since he's also playing Hemo on Cat, which some people play. Like, I think YBY really likes Hemo on Cat, but I'm also not a believer. Either way, I don't know. I don't know if this positioning is it. Jace 3. Rakan separated from the Cat. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I feel like no, the frontline Cat and the The frontline cat with their backline Rakan makes sense, but the rest of the team being in the back is really interesting to me. I guess the purpose of that is to break formation. So the whole point of that is to like try and get everyone. Oh, Nico just beats that. I think the goal of that is to just have everyone break formation so that way they de-corner and like make and bait the other units to come out. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure why Panda just lost 6 fights in a row. Like he literally was in the most dominant position, 90 something HP, lost 6 times in a row, and now he's in jeopardy of bot 4ing. And I can't tell if that's because he just didn't hit Recon 3 or it's the positioning. Bro splitting 6 mana between 8 units. I think he's just sacking his augment. He's just sacking his augments. Whatever. The point is to control where he unstoppables. Oh, so it's like to have him like walk around. So like kind of go there. But you can still do that without this as well, right? Okay. I mean, I think it makes sense. I think it's just like it's like overcomplicating it. Because there's also it's not like there's no downsides to it himself. Also, this Jace getting to his backline is horrendous for him. That is like this Leona, for example, is now completely out of position. Completely out of position. Now Kog'Maw's just gonna focus onto the cat for Yuumi and then cat. I don't know. It's like I think it's like really fancy. It's probably the way I describe it. And I think it's like overcomplicating it personally. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I think like it can work situationally. I guess the better way to describe it is that in some matchups it can win you the fight, but I feel like this is like overcooking. Like you don't need to do it as your default. I think it's like an option. No, I understand exactly what you guys are saying, but I'm also looking at the objective facts as well, which is he has hit this board. He was 95 HP, and he has gotten what I think he perceives to be a strong Katarina setup. He lost nearly every single one of his fights for the rest of the game and went 6th. 5th. And so you could say that it's unlucky that he didn't hit Recon 3, and maybe that was it. But I don't know. It might be one of those things where it actually is good if you know what you're doing. It also could be a high roll lobby, right? He's going up against aura farming, going up against like Jace 3, Kog'Maw 3, and then the thing is, there's 2 Akali players in the lobby. Cat should win the duel versus the Akalis. Those are good matchups, right? I'm not sure I'm convinced, man. I'm not sure I'm convinced. Listen, I keep an open mind. I'm not saying like, you know, it's terrible or whatever with Raw. I think it's important to be realistic. Just because a player that's respected throws out a video of like, this is what I think is the best. I think we should be allowed to talk about it and disagree. Although, again, maybe Panda sucks. EU trash. Wait for Brosif to show us how it's done. Lit Fuse. Oh, he got Silver Destiny, so that's unlucky. That's unlucky. And this Kog'Maw 3 board is very high quality, just 3 stars across the board. He's playing heavyweight Cog, which is interesting. I always find that these kind of matchups are really difficult for Cog to deal with. Sorry, the Akali matchups is hard to deal with, but these front to backs, like Sorks, unless Gwen one-shots the Kog'Maw, it's not going to be that big of an issue, I think. Like, the Sork player needs to, like, one-shot, and he doesn't have any combat. And then we have Yumi. Oh, it's actually mostly tempo lines. It's Akali, Yumi, and Sorks. Only one reroll player made it to the top 4. I feel like the ideal cap board setup is going to depend on the position of the rest of the lobby. So maybe swap in all the front line unstoppables. Split center could be correct. I mean, that's probably like the safe answer to give. If I'm like on a broadcast and someone says like, what do you think is the ideal cap positioning? And I would say, I would just give you the fighting game answer, which is the one that works. And I think like there's probably the answer to it. And this is sort of going back to another discussion point that people asked yesterday. People asked me yesterday what I thought about St. Vicious's video. St. Vicious put like a video out that was like, these are like what I think are my problems with TFT and what needs to be prioritized in the future. And he basically just says like a bunch of points that I think are, you know, like kind of the generic complaints. I would say that like the generic complaints about TFT, and he's not wrong on a lot of them. But one thing that I do feel like a couple points are like kind of not relevant for this set. Like he says he wants positioning to matter more. And I think this set positioning is like kind of important. He's like basically said like this set, all you have to worry about is Jarvan and you don't have to really think about anything else. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy to me because I feel like this set positioning is like quite important for like a lot of things. So he's like, yeah, sure, maybe there's like a Akali, but that's basically it. And I'm like, hey, I'm not so sure about that. I feel like positioning is like very, very important this set. So like that doesn't mean that that throws out his entire slideshow and his entire point, but I find it interesting because the reality is a lot of players have blind sides to their own biases. Like a lot of people have biases like, okay, this is boring and this is unfun and this is whatever, and like positioning doesn't matter. And it's like, well, I think that's important to like be aware of. Call him out? What do you mean? I basically just called him out. I just said I disagree. I'm like, unless you want me to, oh, you mean like say mean words about him? Dude, this St. Vicious guy can't even hit a smite. Boom. Clip it and ship it. How much elo do you need to be in this tournament? I think the lowest ranked player is probably high grandmaster / low challenger. Look at that. This guy's trying to anti Akali. And then the guy just countered him by leaving the gap and then mind gamed him. He actually went 2 layers deep. He went 2 layers deep. You say that position doesn't matter? And then the Sork player went out. I was talking shit. I was like, this guy was on a 7 loss. He hit R farming and lost 4 more times. He lost 4-1, 4-2. Oh no, he lost 4-1, 4-2, and then he hit Gwen 3, and he lost 5 rounds after that. And he was at a really good HP count, and then he won out. I loved your set rankings with Saints. Yeah, maybe I'll hit him up again to do the set rankings. But also, Akali doesn't win lobbies as well. That's a good second from Sova. That's a good second from Sova because we were talking about how Akali doesn't, because he was actually playing the hard bargain cash out, if you remember, where it was for stage 3-7. Okay, this is actually one of the most interesting turns that you'll see for a while. So check it out. So he has Quicksilver, Nashor's blue buff, and red buff slammed. Okay, and oh wait, you guys can't see it. Sorry. He has quick. Sorry, I'm using game capture to reduce lag. Green Goblin. Oh, this is the Spider-Man Magic the Gathering. Dude, one of my Magic the Gathering friends that I respect just said that, like, dude, Magic is jumping the shark. What's all these, like, crossovers? I have no clue, though. I think Magic's cool. I guess I don't take it seriously. So I think if you take it seriously, you would think it so. The cash out here, 3-star Gnar, 3-star Callista sells it. He hates his cash out, understandably so. Oh, that's me. That's me zooming in. He levels, okay? These are our items. Blue, Nashor's, red. He has Bastions in the front. He has Leona in the shop, right? So he buys. Instantly finds Zyra pair and this Swain pair. And he has Rel, right? So in my mind, is this a spot where you can immediately start playing? And he finds another Leona, by the way. Do you think that you still commit to the Akali, or do you just like play for something else? Because he basically passed the equivalent of Leona 2 just now with the bash in front line and transitions. 2 rolls, hits Zyra, has these items and the dupe. Should you just like roll to 0 and play Akali? And I mean, everything kind of indicates that he could have successfully transitioned. And perhaps the most important aspect of this is that he could actually stop rolling. He could actually stop rolling and be in a position to even play. I personally think that he's in a position to be strong enough to even play 5 Crystal and maybe win on stage 4. Because all of his items kind of dictate that he could gravitate towards this. And then he could even do like intervening lock-in on front line, which is not even bad. You can put it on front line. You can also do Wits End on backline as well. Like Wits End is fine on like stuff like that. It's an interesting conversation. Instead, he chooses to commit hard to Akali and rolls with no guarantee that he'll hit, by the way. He is still on only 1 copy of Akali at the start of this. And then he end up hitting Akali 2, successfully transitioning and getting a second. So it ended up working out. But I kind of worry. I kind of wonder, not worry. I kind of wonder if he could have done better that game. It's an interesting line situation, and I think if you feel that in front of 10 respected challenger players, you might get not 10 different answers, but I think you would get like several different answers that are really interesting. I think those are the moments in TFT that I think skill expression truly shows itself, because there's so many different decision trees that you have to like weigh and risk and reward, and then you have to factor in the fact that like he has hard bargains, so he has more HP to play with, but also the lobby context, right? People are spiking with R farming and other things like that. And then also like you also can't make mistakes. You have to think about human limitations of APM and things like that. So it is fascinating to think about. It is fascinating to think about. Isn't Akali the easiest card to fall back to? I mean, but the thing is, if he missed and he was on Akali 1, I mean, he had a dupe, so I guess he couldn't, in his mind, he couldn't really miss. But if he had to use that dupe for Akali, his spot would be a lot worse. And so it's an interesting conversation. I think that the second place is great. Like, in the end, he should be really happy about the second, because it could have easily gone really badly. Especially his cash out was bad. But, like, when the cash out is bad and the game presents itself to you, like, he simultaneously lowered the cash out pretty hard and then got, like, a pretty high roll scenario. And it's like it's a very, very interesting, interesting position is what I'll say. So either way, that's my 2 cents about it. I think he went second, which is a good result. I think he even had potential to go first. Okay, so all the games are done. So let's go into, I keep clicking this, day 2 lobbies. So that was game 4. There's 2 more games today for EU, and then everyone's going to be playing the America's going to play in 3 hours. So we'll probably watch these 2 games, and then we'll do some EU climb, chat picks augments, and then we'll go to America's long streams this weekend. This is what we're going to be doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so last lobby, I think the leader, you have to pay attention to people in the middle, because I think it's snake seating, right? Because Relic is 8778. Holy cow, he's getting clobbered. That is the Relic from LATAM, formerly of LATAM. All right, so that's I don't have the lobbies for the next round. Is Soju playing today? No, he plays at regionals. This is tier 2. This is a tier 2 cup. Tier 2 cup is for Americas coming up. We have, who do we have? We have some TL players like Ego and VCLF, Lucas. We have Phoenix, Garage Boy. We have Kai Wang, Citadel, Jungle Book. We got Ki Yoon. We got Greg, T-Lides. I think Malala didn't sign up for this one. JD Zielinski, Nikhil, Ripple Overdrive, Stellar Minhee, finalist from Macau lobby. There's a lot of players that are pretty solid, right? A lot of people who didn't make it that you usually see compete at that like tier 1.5, tier 2 level. So we'll be seeing all of them. And then there's a lot of people that have been like on the up and coming, like Lumen. 1-1 Lumen has been rank 1 NA like for most of the set. Now I understand that this set matters a lot less, but Lumen's ladder stats are extremely impressive. He's been able to maintain it, right? A lot of times when you have to play ladder snapshot, Even if he drops, he immediately climbs up. It is like not as much game volume because he's clearly sitting a lot, but he's been maintaining rank 1 for like a very long time. So there's like up and coming players from NA, and honestly, isn't the one
Man, I'm
criticism
getting more dogged
that
again.
you can say about a pro circuit is that you want to make sure the tier 2 scene still has opportunities to succeed and thrive. I mean, look at tier 2 for a bunch of other competitive games, and you'll realize that that ecosystem is extremely important, but often neglected. So it's important to show love to the tier 2 scene. So because these are the future stars of Americas, and then these are the future EU hope that will probably get to the final lobby and disappoint again because NA wins. Looks like we're cutting the bottom 24 players, by the way. Riz, thanks for the prime, man. Hope you're doing great. Okay, let's take a look at these lobbies. We got Da Vinci, top point earner, crushing it so far. Lobby 2. We got Shredden. I know that guy from EWC. Sova's the guy we just watched. Wet Jungler with Chuso and Og in lobby 3. That's a great lobby. I'm going to hit up... I'm going to hit them up whenever they... Okay, looks like they're not in game. Invite when lobby is up, please. Invite when lobby is up, please. Because that these guys are great. Like all these players are pretty solid. They've made it I think all these players have made it to Worlds except for actually Chuso hasn't made it to Worlds. He was no Spanish player, by the way, has ever made it to the World Championship, but Chuso was the closest. He got to the final lobby, and unfortunately, it was one of those lobbies where 7 out of 8 players would advance to the World Championship, and Chuso went 8th. But he's yeah, I mean that's those are old wounds. Tier 2 is the retirement home for casters like Greg and Frodan. Me? I'm not retired, man. I'm not retired. I actually did pretty well in the previous Tacticians Cup, the Tacticians trial this set. And then I played in the Tacticians Cup. Wait, what even happened this set for Tacticians Cup? I think I actually I played in the Tacticians Cup, but I forgot what happened. I got day 2 or something like that. And I think that was like I messed up on like one game. I think I messed up on the Drift Duos game. That's what it was. There's not all of that. I got day 2'd by 1 point. Yeah. Wow, you guys remember better than me. You could compete in the trial, competing in this cup right now with chat. Okay, when we play EU ladder and you guys pick my augments, we're competing against half these people. I'm pretty sure we queued into half these guys. We had a day where like we literally queued 5 times into Da Vinci back to back, and this guy is literally like 1-1-1-1. And then like all these other guys, like if you scroll through this list, I'm pretty sure we queued up against half of them. And what is even our AVP climbing on EU? Where are we? We played our top 4 rate is 72% and our win rate is 26%. That's not even bad. You can do it, man. You can do it. I mean, just look at this.
No need to rush.
We're grandmasters in EU West. S+ execution, by the way. I couldn't agree more. S+ flexibility, S+ execution. I mean, thank you. I mean, there's no other way to say it, man. Tactics.tools knows. Game recognizes game. Oh, you hadn't practiced because of traveling. Oh, right. I traveled. Oh, yeah. I traveled to do something, and I couldn't practice. Oh, yeah. I remember. Honestly, thanks for remembering, guys, because I don't even remember my own excuses. I don't even remember my own excuses. Okay, let me link this match real quick. All right. Ow. Is there a pack to all use River Sprite or something? No, I believe Torment Realm is bugged currently. All right. I heard Akali is cheap and a good comp. Excited to see it in action. Akali? I mean, Akali is a good comp, but you need good items to play it. And also, I'm pretty sure that Akali is like a cheese comp that doesn't really win, but she gets top 4s. I think that's good. Let's check it on Wet Jungler a little bit, yeah, shall we? 5 Kales. Sargarden Crest used to be insane, but I even still heard opinions that Sargarden Crest was not bad. Ooh, 2-trick. 2-trick. Kale 3. No. No. This guy has 8 Kales on 2-1. What? That is insanity. That is absolute insanity. That is crazy. I mean, do you take any of these finals? He has 8 Kales at 2-1 because of 2-trick. He has 8 Kales at 2-1 because of 2-trick, and that is crazy. That is unbelievable. I have never seen that. I was like wondering, do you just roll here for Kale 3? You could just one roll. Fuck it. Come on, man. It can't be that hard to hit. Shouldn't he roll? Okay, so here's actually the thing. The thing is, Kale kind of needs... It's actually not even bad for him to lose because he kind of needs the bow. He kind of needs the bow. Oh, he picked Midas Touch and he got a gold. No, this guy... 3 for 3? This guy's cheating. 25% chance. Goes against a level 3 player. Hits 3 for 3 on Gold Collector. And then he... I mean, what next? Kale 3? Oh, I was about to lose it, man. I was about to lose it. Man, I was about to lose it. This guy just naturals KO3 right afterwards and then just Midas touches again. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Preparation. Interesting. Okay. Preparation into probably Cat. Like he's holding Cat. I've seen people play prep into Cat. Gold Destiny into Cloning Facility. Probably playing towards Bastion / Yumi. Archangels. Archangels is not very good on Malzahar, so I'm curious if he is playing into something else. I mean, Archangels in general is not really bis on anything except Kog'Maw right now. People prefer Death Cap on Yumi. People prefer like Death Cap on Janna. We'll see. Is he gonna go 4 for 4? Nah. No one's that good at TFT, man. No one's that good at TFT. We have Twilight Assault Shen with Ramping Rage, Thorn Plated, Calculated Loss, and Keepers. Keeper Star Guardian. Still a pretty solid setup. It's definitely slightly worse, but I think Star Guardian still does well from good temple spawns. Like I think people were expecting Star Guardians to be like still either really good or a lot worse, but I think Star Guardians are, if you had the setup for it, still does nutty stuff. Like best defense is still very, very good. It was completely broken before, but now it's just like, I guess not completely OP, but just very good. The thing about best defense is that it was already good before they buffed it, and then people started optimizing the build, and then it just became like very, very broken. And that's an important distinction because a lot of things before they buff it is like they just haven't optimized around it. So it's like one of those things where like right now, not that this is the case at the moment. That's another goal, by the way, for Wet Jungler. But right now what's going on is Ashe is averaging like a 5. But that's Ashe with people itemizing improperly. And it's entirely possible that like the way that things are buffed and adjusted for are accounting for like the way people currently play it versus if people actually played it correctly and optimized around it, it could be one of those things that takes it over the top. And so that is something to just keep in mind. Hog or Yumi? You don't even really... I mean, Archangels is still good on Yumi, but I think Death Cap is just better. Because Yeah, you just want the upfront damage now. But I think both are fine. You could play Archangels Yumi. It's also hard to get Death Cap because if you get Death Cap, that means you're not unlikely to get Jewel Gauntlet. Malzahar too. Now you're starting to like, you know, like I kind of wish that I could play around this Malzahar 2 more meaningfully. He also has Max Arcana on Malzahar as well. He might just stay on Malzahar. The problem with Archangels on Malzahar is I think it doesn't like scale his ability the way you think it would in the good scenario. The interaction isn't favorable. You would cast with Archangels and you tick up with AP, but that doesn't affect, I think, his visions, or in this case his whispers. It doesn't like scale it up. So like basically this first cast is still on 0. Even though he's at 40 in like a couple seconds, the first cast is still on 0, I think. So that's why I think Archangels is not like great on Malzahar. So now he's casting on 60, but that's only affecting one cast. I mean, it's still Malzahar 2 though, right? It's still Malzahar 2, and it's still if he 5 streaks from it, it's still a good slam. So he might just not be committed to Malzahar. He also might just pick Salvage Bit or something like that, fix his items. Okay, we have keepers, i.e. Hodge, Katarina for sure. Wait, wasn't someone else playing Prep Cat? Oh no, he sold it. So what is this guy prepping? Also, is it me or is the preparation visuals not showing up? Weird. Okay. Is he prep Jin Mundo? He's playing some Jindo? That'd be, I mean, he is prepping those units. I think here's the thing about prep. You can't really pivot with prep. It's like you have to sort of commit. So I think he might be committed to this. I mean, he also could be playing Juggernaut stuff, but preparation into like Juggernaut level 8 is just not really a solid sounding line. We'll see. He put his scaling fruits, but I'd be surprised if he changes. Yeah, that is true. We didn't see his early fruits though, so it's entirely possible that is his best one. Sometimes you just get like 3 really bad ones and 1 scaling one, so you'd rather take the scaling. Because at Max Arcana, even though Max Arcana is scaling, it still gives you 20 AP. So that's better than, like, I think Midas Touch, for example. You're not looking for Midas Touch. Midas Touch sounds theoretically like something really good on Malzahar, but it's actually not that good. So, like, maybe he got a bunch of options like that, and it's just all garbage. So he prepped the Jin. Oh, God. He got Rod Tier. Those are terrible components. I guess Rage Blade is, like, acceptable, and then, but Vow is, you don't want Tears in Jin. Void Staff. He might be committed. I think you guys might be right. I think he might be committed. He might be committed and just be like, it is what it is. Wet Jungler. Wait, Wet Jungler still had to roll to level 530? But the thing is, he still hit a bunch of his board. Okay, so Wet Jungler hit 8 KOs on 2-1 and then did natural KO for the rest of the stage. So his believe it or not, his luck kind of evened out. That he had a super lucky start and he just hit KO 3. So in the end, his spot is okay. It was insane at 2-1 and then yeah, just didn't hit. There's that rubber banding. Riot knows they get you with the early like almost high roll and then they make you low roll for a lot so that way it keeps it balanced. Whatever the opposite of pity rolls or pity shops. What do we call the inverse of that? The anti-wave. No, it's not that. He has no econ here. He's going to take eye for items. Rig shop. He's 100% committed to heavyweight then. Okay. I mean, it's probably fine. Listen, man. Archangels has helped him. The Archangel Slam has gotten him 6 wins. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. I would say that I would be fine with Archangels if it meant that I streaked all of stage 2 and most of stage 3. This is Titanic Titan. So I think Yitzhak is thinking he's going to lose pretty soon. Twilight Assault Shen with King Slayer. This is Keepers. This is Pandora's with almost perfect items already. Second Wind Crew. This crew spot looks kind of mid. It's not terrible though. Like it just depends on how fast he can hit the rest of the stage, but it's not like a great crew spot. Corner carry Jinx. Holy cow. She's already on the back. What the? And then she dodges the Katarina. Wait a second. That's actually insane. She like jumps away from the cats. 5-star guard. Wow. That is me on Jinx. I mean, not really. I don't play bot lane. This guy's a Cassante in the shop. Do we not play? I think we play Cassante here. I think you just drop one crew and you play a Cassante here over Shen. Over Shen or... Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Whatever. He probably... He's just too busy playing with his ball. Kale 3. Still 2 win streakers, by the way. What do you play in League? I play mid lane. Bro, I'm not really a good mid laner, though. I was a mid laner. Okay, I actually played jungle a lot, but the problem is I don't know jungle timings in meta at all anymore, so, like, I just play mid. But the problem with that is I can't gank. I'm not very good at ganking the lanes. So I play mid farmers, which is not very good. So yeah, anyways. Yitzhak gets a sword. That's good for him. He needs that sword because remember he got tier and Rod, so he needs the swords for the Jhin. Max Arcana check. 36. It's pretty good. I think once Max Arcana gets in like the 50s and 60s, it's like very, very strong. Because if you think about what the power-ups are trying to do, getting like if you think about like what's like an easy one? How about like On the Edge? On the Edge gives you what 35% damage amp, and you lose a little bit of HP. If you can kind of like, and that's considered like good for something like Samira. If you think about conceptually like how much Max Arcana has to give you on top of that, if he gets like 40 AP, if you even get to like the 50 AP, that's kind of a huge amount of damage boost, especially if the unit needs it. I think Shuso is rolling here because he's on 8 Malphites, 8 Sivers, but it looks like he's dead. Now this crew spot looks bad. So yeah. Kale 3. These wins from Wet Jungler is huge. If he can somehow put together a streak on stage 3. Oh, he's level 7. I thought he was level 6. Oh, Wet Jungler's in a great spot. Okay, I'm upgrading Wet Jungler's spot from solid to great to good. This Star Guardian player's spot is awesome. This guy's spot, he has Poppy Jinx in stage 3. And he's win streaking. I would say this Jhin reroll spot is like kind of... Wait, this guy has 2 Jinxes on the bench. This guy might... Someone should tell him that the patch is out. This guy doesn't have to hold 2 Jinxes on his bench. You're playing preparation. You can't hold 2 Jinxes, man. Okay, he sold one. But there are 2 Star Guardian. This guy's Star Guardian spot is horrendous. He's very, very low HP. He cashed out his Crystal Gambit already. Like, this guy is bot 4. I think Chuso's bot 4. This cat spot is not great either. He only has 6 cats, and I don't think it's fruit. I mean, Dark Game, it's like okay. It's okay. I guess the spot's okay. It's just that you really want to like. I guess he did win most of stage 3. It's fine, I guess. He also calculated loss rate. It's fine. His spot's okay. Why Assault Shen? 4 Shens? Okay, that's not good. Okay, so I think Wet Jungler and the Star Garden players are the two best spots. Wait, this guy hit Cat 3 instant. Never mind. This spot's he had 6 cats and then he rolled and hit Cat 3 with 50 gold left. How does that happen, man? This is the exact shit that makes people believe in wave theory. It's just like you look away, boom, 3 cats and like 2 rolls. All right, let's go to oh wow. So many tiers. So you can go Shojin. You can reforge one. Shojin. I think you can play Morello as well for anti-heal. Which means you have 2 tiers in a glove. I would probably reforge 1 tier then. 1 tier for Vow. Wow. Double Vow. And then play her on glove. That sounds perfect to me. That's actually really good. Cassante 2. Oh, is he transitioning to... Oh, no, he is. Never mind. I thought he was transitioning to something else. To Yuumi. Yeah. No fruits. You can actually get Star Sailor. Super Mega is good, though. Super Mega is very good. I'm pretty sure this is Jigs' best fruit now. This is the new fruit. Every 3rd cast is twice as big. And it's insane. Also, I've seen people build this with double Nashers. Double Nashers IE. And it didn't look bad. I wonder what it's like in the stats. I saw it, and I remember thinking I need to check the stats on that. Let's look at Aug's position here. Let me look at that real quick. Jinx with Nasher IE. Big Friend. Oh, this is the recently buffed Big Friend, which is interesting as well. We have Power of Friendship. I guess Glass Cannon. Explosive Growth. Oh, God. That is not good. Explosive Growth. 2-cost reroll at 4-2 with prep. We hit Shin Zhao 3. We're on 8 Shens. We rolled to 0. Evil Beyond Measure. Ramping Rage. Katarina took Best Friends. 6 BA instead of 7. He's missing the 4 costs. He has no Yuumi, no Cat. Or sorry, Caitlyn. Jinx 1. Okay. Kind of close. I mean, this Argarden player is just straight up A. This spot looks very, very bad. Here comes the Malzahar rolls. Is he dipping? I don't think he needs to dip. He's in a pretty good spot. Wow. RE2 shot. I think he's so healthy that he doesn't actually need to do that. Max Arcana's at 45. All right, here you go, Nasher. And then Infinity Edge. Oh, it's actually not that good of a build. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's because you really want Giant Slayer. It's because Giant Slayer is super good. Yeah, you can still do that then. Mod Vani. Best defense, Gather 4. Still looking good. That setup is still looking quite good. This is still Shen 2, though. In the end, you can't really, like, take this. It's also Shen 2 with 2 items. Okay, so Kode is dead. Adik is dead. Who else is bot for? I feel like Chuso was in a pretty bad spot. He did find a way to get to Shen 3, Silver 3, but still far away from that as well, from Ziggs 3, so I think he's going to struggle. I think the Cat player can make the comeback. Wet Jungler took Plot Armor, and he is level 830, so he should make it to 9. Yeah, I think I think Cat can make it out. I just don't know who's gonna be the one who gets out of it. I think this Jin reroll probably bot 4s. I think the Jin reroll player is like probably 5th. Are you spectating a random Masters game? Damn, bro, that's disrespectful. These are the EU greats. Wet Jungler, he got second at Worlds in set 9. He's made multiple World Championships. And then Alga's also made it to Worlds, also #1 QP earner back in like what, set 11, set 12 in EU. He was the #1 EU player in the regular season like a few sets ago. You have Chuso, who made final lobby, was like a 1 placement off Worlds. Random Masters lobby. Bro, just decided to just flame all of EU. But you know what? The one chat that gets to talk shit to tier 2 EU is my chat, right? Because you guys pick my augments and we're climbing against these guys. Juso's win streaking. I might be sleeping on it. He did take Thornplate armor, which is theoretically one of the best setups for Malphite, and he took double combat. He is winning. Who is he winning against? He's winning against this is the Jin player. He beat the 8th place Star Guardian player. He's beating Og before he hit. I think he's had good matchmaking. I'm surprised that he's win streaking as hard as he is. But it's working out so far. This Shen player is still stuck on 2 items. He's also probably gotten 0 Kingslayer value. He's on 5 loss with Kingslayer. I mean, I guess the good news is he has Kingslayer value for the rest of the game. The bad news is I think he's dead. He also built Ramping Rage on Shen, and he has Rage Blade. I don't think you want both. I'm pretty sure Ramping Rage is a replacement for Rage Blade. Okay, so we got gapped. 7-8 was like very, very decided. What, Jungler going to 9 soon? Who do you think is better on average, tier 2 European player Greg or you with chat choosing your augments? Yes. He picked Shen Hero augment with no bow or rod component. You can get away with like Quicksilver. I actually think Quicksilver Shen is quite good. If you have like Cloak or Glove or even the straight up Quicksilver Slam, I think that's a completely fine thing to go for. And you can go Quicksilver GS with +1. And I think that's also fine. But if he had like belt tier vest, then yeah, probably should have not clicked it then. All right, we're online. So this is, oh wait, he's doing the tech. Atomic Kabuko. He's playing Bomb Soldier Kabuko. Oh man, he switched off of it. Never mind, he unfruited. I actually don't mind Classy. I took Classy before, and it was good. Okay, you took it. I took Classy on Jace yesterday when I played this setup, and it actually felt kind of good. Jace just becomes very beefy. Thick Jace. It's like Jace when he's beefing up after the weigh-in. You know, because like the weigh-in, they cut, so they make weight, and then they beef up a lot afterwards. It felt like that. All right, White Jungler going to go to 9. Level 9. Lee Sin. 1 roll Lee Sin. That's pretty good. So now he finally hit his peak, his power spike they're looking for. Varus. That's actually really big. So Varus. So who's he missing? He's missing Malzahar. He's missing... Oh, no, he has it. He has it. Wait, who's he missing? Oh, he's missing Cassante. He's missing Cassante. Oh, yeah, well, that's the hardest one. Tac expert. I think that fruiting Varus is very risky when his frontline is all 1-star. I would probably assume that you still want some frontline fruit, because I guess he felt like he had no one good to fruit though, and he'd rather fruit Varus for the damage. I just like worry that His front line is just like way too fragile, but looks like it's fine. Also, Chuso looks like he's making it out, by the way. I was like very skeptical that he could do this on 2-star Ziggs, and it looked like his spot was bad because he rolled down to like 15 and he was still stuck. But somehow he got to the Shen 3. He was on 8 Sivers, 8 Malphites, and like something like a little bit of Shens. And all of a sudden he had Shen 3. Definitely not Solar Breath, so it's probably Fury Break. Oh, he's refruiting. They buffed Double Strike. I think Double Strike is good on Ziggs. Because Ziggs does a lot of damage with his attacks. Man, 8 streak with this, man. His crew just busted. I mean, he took all combat. He took no... This is the EU special. No econ. Just like crew vibes and then just like hits. And then just like makes it out, man. I talk about it all the time, but like EU crew is crazy. They just take no econ, all combat, and they just like it just like works. It's crazy to me, man. Take the max Arcana. 57. So it's like a point where it's pretty good. I would say that Og is losing because it's not enough to get Jace 3, Malzahar 3. Also, his Malzahar items are pretty sus. Also, they did buff Big Friend. I'm not sure if it's good. Oh, he's Poppy gated. Oh, he has 5 heavyweights. Ooh, never mind. I figured it out. This guy has 0. This guy has 0 poppies. That could be a problem if you're playing 6 heavyweight and you don't have Poppy. Yeah. Casante. Oh wait, he can do the Bosso skills. Okay, we found Poppy. BA. Okay. Okay. Although BA only gives damage amp, doesn't it? Oh, you get 120 HP as well. Okay. Okay. That theoretically sounds like it'd be good on a Darius 3. BA emblem. Low roll rig shop to not have Darius 3. Yeah. And also, even though you get a bunch of 3 costs, it's still kind of unfortunate to roll as much as you did and not find Poppy. But it was a 2-star Guardian player lobby. Okay, he is much stronger now with 6 heavyweights. Looks like he beats Wet Jungler. And then the Jhin players bought 4, as we kind of thought. I mean, Preparation, Titanic, Explosive Growth. It's just weird. There's not like a lot of synergy with like all this. And he did end up having to pick Explosive Growth, but he might have gotten Ogren screwed, but I just remember like thinking like, man, this board's not very good. Okay, so whoa, choose a hit 6. What? Okay. He sells Rise. I agree with this. I think you need the power spike. I think you need the life count. I don't think this wins the game, so I think you need to care about your life total. Morello. Janna. He gets another remover anyways. I think he thought about Morelloing Shen, but then Shen only hits a couple targets. Dude, Ziggs 3 is like super good. That's a huge hit for him. Jinx, here comes the rocket. No! Okay, but if he didn't have Ziggs 3, he would have lost by more. He also pre-leveled. Oh, Rise came back. Look at that. That's a big hit. Who did Wet Jungler lose to? He lost to Og and Serginho. Katarina 3. So the cat player looks like they made it out. Og is like on the verge of making out. The Star Guardian player is very good. I said that the Star Guardian player was in a good spot. I thought Wet Jungler wouldn't lose to some of these boards. He did lose to a couple boards. So I thought he made it out, but he needs to hit like 2 stars. Whoa. He still needs frontline though. The problem is his frontline is still all 1 star. Jhin, Malzahar, like all this is still 1 star. But his offense is crazy. Maybe just like blue buff Zyra, Shojin Zyra, or something like that. Something for Zyra. I guess he's just waiting to see. Because the faster Zyra casts, you honestly might want just pure mana on Zyra to summon the plant again. Also, his weak side happens to be on the same side as KO. His weak side is here. Oh, good lord. These frontline units just die instantly. That is not good. That is not good. Oh, Ziggs bomb. Oh, Ziggs bomb didn't land. It fizzled. Oh, Chuso's dead. Okay, honestly, that's a good fifth from the crew player because I did not think his crew spot was very good. So the fact that he even was able to win as many fights as he did was actually kind of a miracle to me. So I think fifth is good, all things considering. I was not a believer in that crew spot. What up, Amanda? How you doing? How much lives did the Jace have? 5,000. 2x KO after 2 takedowns, stun enemies with 2 X's. So the funny thing about this thing is that I think it activates really slow for this comp because Malzahar burns things down over time, so you actually don't get the takedowns as fast as you hope it would. Because Malzahar is about spreading out his damage as opposed to concentrating his power. Huh? I mean, he got it. Actually, he got it within 7 seconds, though. I mean, Jace has a ton of damage items now. Oh. Wow, it's actually really... Oh, my God. It's so close for second. Who's going to get second? Is TFT in Paris the same time as Evo France? Oh, I don't think so. Isn't Evo France going on, like, right now? TFT Paris Open is in like 2 months from now. Have you ever seen the ordinary power up? Yeah, I played it a couple times on stage 2. It feels like there's only a couple people that really want it. And it's weird because some of the units that would theoretically want it can't even use it. So like, I think it's like ordinary is theoretically like pretty good on like a Yasuo, but he has a mentor. So it's like kind of weird, right? I think it's good on GP. Good on Neferi probably as well. But you're not really trying to look to play ordinary very often. It's because GP already doesn't really have traits. So you have to think about people who like don't really have traits already and could also really want those stats. Okay, Aug is dead. It doesn't seem to stun. It does stun. It does stun. I just don't think it's a very good one for this comp, like 2 SKO. I think it's a lot better when you play it on Darius and you're playing like Darius primary. Like I think it makes more sense for Darius primary with Kog'Maw in the back than it does for Malzahar primary with Darius like leftover items. Because it just feels like more cohesive with like the way you're trying to play a heavyweight strategy. When you play Malzahar, your strategy is to like basically burn them down over time. I mean, he was also playing Jace primary. Jace is not particularly really good either. Prismatic check for who? Surgeon? I mean, 81 out of 160. Pretty good. Like I feel like the reason why I'm so unenthused is because I just know I'm gonna be disappointed. You guys ever like do that where like sometimes you remember when you were like in school and it was like Valentine's Day and everyone has their little like envelope in front of their desk and you like see like, ooh, did anyone drop you a Valentine's Day? It's like, why do you even check? You just know it's nothing's there, man. You got no love notes. No candies, no hearts. So when everyone just like, it's the same feeling of despair I get when people's like prismatic check. I'm like, why do I check, man? No one's sliding my DMs. Not that I need to, anyways. These days, I'm good on that. But it brings me back to those days. Is this tier 2? Yeah, this is tier 2. This is the Tactician's Cup. Tactician, it goes tier 1 is sub-regionals and ladder. Tier 2 is the Tactician's Cup, and tier 3 is the pro circuit. So the reason why it's confusing is because in previous sets, this Tactician's Cup was the tier 1, right? This was where Soju and Dish Soap and Tidal and YBY and Double 61 and Coco would play in. But they've now moved that down, and they basically built one layer higher, and this has become tier 2 now. It's a good second from Wet Jungler. It ended up being the 1-2 we thought it would be. It would be the Star Guardians and the KO, but the Katarina made it out. Also, no Janna reroll this lobby. Pretty interesting. Says the married man. I'm happily married. Also, I'm not the one who has people sliding my DMs, man. My wife has a bunch of reply guys that still slide into her DMs all the time. I'm telling you, man, ain't nobody sliding into my DMs. I just have a bunch of dudes. You know who slides in my DM? A bunch of random dudes who says that you have a typo on this comp, or even worse, this comp is just wrong. Here's like an example of my the right comp, and they screenshot a game from Emerald, and like, please update TFT Academy. It hurts to read, and I'm just like looking at this, and they're like literally linking their like one game sample size of like how to play Star Guardians the wrong way in Emerald. Those are the people sliding in my DMs, man. And I can't do anything with that, you know? I can't do anything with that. There's no excitement. There's no arousal. There's just nothing there. But my wife has all these reply guys just hitting her up on the daily. I'm not jealous, by the way. Please don't slide in my DMs. If people are taking that as like oh, Frodan wants people to slide, please do not DM me. I'm good. I'm very happy. All right, let's go into the last game here. One more, please. Why do you expose me like that? I'm sorry, man. I just needed to draw boundaries. Frodan wants reply guys. I got all the reply guys I could ever want. You just have to trust me on that one. Actually, you know what? Between that and the sea of bots on Twitter, I gotta tell you, man, the bots are just getting less and less creative. It's literally just like the same DM over and over. And just like, wow, wow, I just came across your profile. Would you be interested in starting up a new meme coin with me? I'm like, yeah.
Will grant you purpose.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
I gotta play some ads. I'll catch you guys after the 2-1 augment for those of you who are unsubbed. Otherwise, we can keep partying. Diego, thank you for the prime. I'll be sure to drop a love letter with my next TFT Academy complaint. Thank you. Don't worry, Frodan. I'm also happily married. I don't want people sliding in my DMs. Dude, your reverse psychology is not working, man.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Your reverse psychology ain't working. Is the overlay bug? I have to reset it. I have to reset it after each what's it called? I have to reset it after each game. Oh my god, Diego, 8 clay and already broken. Thanks for the primes, guys. Thanks for the primes. You guys don't have to sub though. Even just if you can't afford it, you don't have your primes, just you hanging out with me is good enough. You guys could be doing anything with your Friday morning, evening, afternoons, and you choose to watch Tier 2 TFT. You're watching Tier 2 EU. Maybe because you guys are in the Kiyun or Greg or JD winning room. But I'm more than happy to keep you company. All right, we got mini dupe here for Mod Bonnie.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
My last cup of noodles or subbing to Frodan. Easy choice. You know what, Hollow? You can have my cup of noodles. I don't have any instant ramen. Actually, I think I might have some. I might have some bowl noodle. Oh, man. Bowl noodle, that's the good shit. Give him the Cheramundo. Wet Jungler. Aim for the top. Rusty, thank you for the prime as well. Appreciate all of y'all. Twilight Assault. Okay, so hero augments are picked very often, but I have to say, hero augment performance has been pretty bad so far this cup. I think we've seen them like an average top out like 4th. They have not been very good. And you can see Wet Jungler even skips it as well. I think hero augments are in the spot where if you have a good rolling start for it, Malphite off of Worth the Wait. So Chuso's crew again. Knuckle Dusters. If you have a good rolling start for it, like you have pairs, you have good items for it, it's a good pickup. But hero augments were so busted previously over the past couple of patches that I think like you could just pick it no matter what and just get into it, and it was a good choice. But now I think you kind of have to be a little bit more judicious. God, he's using words with more than 7 letters. You have to use discretion before choosing those kinds of augments. I'm loving how much competitive TFT you have injected into my veins recently. Oh, I'm glad that you enjoy it, man, because this... Listen, man, if competitive TFT didn't exist, I think I wouldn't be doing TFT very much. Or I wouldn't be doing it as much. If competitive TFT didn't exist, I'm pretty sure I would be as negative and going as insane as the other content creators. But I'm pretty sure, like, the mix of competitive and then, like, of course, learning and creating content around educational stuff and then occasionally memeing on ladder is a really healthy mix for me. I think it's what's able to help keep my mental in place. Aug is going double Crown Guard with another one, so I think this is Star Guardians. We have Star Guardians. Another Mundo. Wait, it's Yitz. Yitzhax is going Jindo again. He's going Deadlier Blades, Mundo Jin for the 2nd game in a row. The previous game he played Preparation Mundo Jin. Oh, and that's not good because Knuckle Duster's Vi's in the lobby, and Knuckle Duster's Vi tends to roll for Mundo as a tank. The really interesting thing about Mundo... Okay, interesting is not the word I'm thinking about. There's an ironic thing that happens with the hero augments, with specifically a lobby that picks Give Him the Chair Mundo and Knuckle Duster's Vi, is that Mundo and Vi tank for the other on their hero augments. So when you play Knuckle Duster's Vi, you're often tanking Mundo. And then when you're playing Give Him the Chair Mundo, you're often tanking Vi. So it's a really interesting... I keep saying that word. I need a different word. It's a really awkward interaction when both of them are in the lobby. Although I think the one guy skipped it. I think Adik went for solo leveling instead. Is Soul Fighter clickable? Yeah. Soul Fighter is definitely clickable. It's one of the few 4-cost lines that can. The opener is still really good. The opener is still very, very good. I think Soul Fighter, according to Dissoap, he thinks Soul Fighter is the best opener in the game. I don't think that was the case last patch personally, but I think he was like evaluating on a stage 2 basis. Watching this set is more enjoyable than playing this set, so I'm enjoying all the pro games. I think that's a common sentiment. I think watching TFT, you know why? It's because you don't have to deal with the nonsense of like the panicking of whether or not you can transition and get your fruits on, or even if you hit your fruits. And also, there's a lot of like you can sit here and have all the speculative like, oh, like what if it was like this and that, with none of the downsides. It's like everyone's gambling for you. You know, you get the adrenaline rush of like, holy shit, maybe he goes for like the crazy Golden Quest thing with none of the downsides. You see St. Vicious' latest video with his thoughts on the last fight. I actually made some comments about that earlier. You're a sub. You can actually rewind my stream. I think I was talking about it like an hour ago, but I actually made comments. I already talked about that. But the summary is, I think a lot of the points that he makes are generically valid. Like, it's hard to disagree. Should TFT be a more creative skill? Like, would you want more skill expression in the game? Yes. Should TFT be more fun? Yeah. I don't agree with all of his points for this particular set. Like, I think he made some weird, like some points that I think are not true this set. Like he said, positioning doesn't matter this set. Like, all you have to worry about is Jarvan and like maybe Akali, and I like strongly disagree with that. But I mean, there's nothing like wrong with this core thesis. This set was not. This set had a lot of potential, and it fell flat on a lot of fronts. And they need to improve on a lot of things across the board. He also didn't even bring up other points that I thought he would, which is like, I think TFT as a game is like losing its trust from its player base from a quality assurance perspective, and that's actually a really big deal. I haven't done like a full on like this is what I think of set 15. I probably need to do that soon because the set's almost over. But I've already done like so many like this is the problems with the set videos that I feel like I probably want to give that a little breather. Plus, you never know. Maybe the last couple patches are so good that it ends up giving you a more comprehensive view of things. But in general, this set, I think player trust with Riot has taken a pretty big hit, and that's a really big deal because just to use an analogy to help draw like why I think it's a big deal, because some of you is like whatever, like some people are like whatever, it's just bugs, it is what it is, it's a complicated game, that's true. But I've seen more people leave Hearthstone in recent times than ever before, and I know that part of it's because it's an old game, there's a lot of problems with the game itself, but one thing about Hearthstone that's been struggling a lot is the client breaks all the time. I watch people just drop all the time and disconnect randomly, and like they just can't get into games, and they have to reconnect. They just can't play their games, and it's just like an actual unplayable state, like literally unplayable because the game just keeps crashing and keeps descending. That loses you players, and I think like we're like basically kind of on that brink where it's like if the game just can't be trusted to work, then people are just gonna go do something else. And so I've been seeing a bigger exodus from that than whatever balance or meta or design complaints, because the reality is that people play through bad metas. People play through OP things. If you think a design is toxic, whatever, people will play through that. But what they can't play is literally if the game doesn't function. So and that's like an actual way that TFT can die if the game just literally doesn't work. I think a lot of people who call for the death of TFT because Star Guardians was too OP are I think their perspective is too narrow. Maybe competitively the game would be a joke or whatever, but like the game won't die just because Star Guardians are too good. We've lived through far worse. Far worse. And people say like, oh, hero augments were too good. Far worse. We've had way worse versions of these metas, even as recently as the previous set, when it was like a Exotech meta and everyone played 6 Exotech at least because 1-star Zeri was hyper stable. It was the same thing, and it also gave you all the free items, like. And then to make matters even worse, your Exo items were different for each player, so sometimes you got screwed and sometimes you could play Exo. That's it. We've had far worse metas, but if the game is like you play it and your fruit doesn't work, or the encounter literally changes on you, where like portals are leaking, or just other ridiculous things like that, then people are just gonna quit, man. Okay, this is Og win streaking. He's playing the double Crown Guard Poppy into Star Guardians, I think. Although he actually has BA. Maybe he's playing double Crown Guard into BA. Interesting. He also could take... I actually think he could take a Bastion Circler here as well if he wants to play around the Kog'Maw. Although he doesn't have Kog'Maw items. Never mind. So... maybe not Kog'Maw. So he's taking Roll the Dice. That is... oh, sorry. That's Lucky Gloves. Just kidding. That's not ideal. This is a Deke. Radiant Relics. Radiant Shojin with the Jinx is good. It's very good. Did they buff any of these items recently? They buffed Radiant Quicksilver 1 patch ago. Not this patch, but the previous patch. I am surprised he's taking a long time here. I feel like it's Radiant Shojin every day of the week. Radiant Refactor. Looking for another Kog'Maw item. That's why you can't play Kog'Maw. Prismatic Ticket. The Jin Lover. Radiant Relics. Radiant Stone Plate. On Malphite. That is really good. Wow. That is really good. He also hit Kog'Maw 2 on 5. I actually really like this. He's playing Kog'Maw 2 temporarily to be strong on stage 3. I think that's really heads up. Because he needs to win fights on stage 3, and he's not going to do it with this board, so Kog'Maw 2 can definitely help. And then we have Priz Ticket. Oh, wait a second. I saw a post that said blue buff does not work on hero augments. You know what's another problem with this set is that because there's such a lack of trust on the player side, players are also just like I've actually let me back up. People say that blue buff doesn't work on hero augments, but I've also seen reports to say that that's not true. They do. So I don't know what to believe. Let me see. Wait, it is working. Is it? I think so. Oh no, she's an attack tank, so maybe she was getting mana from being attacked. But I was seeing intervals of 5. Well, either way, I've seen instances where it does. I've seen people say that it actually does work. But now it's like one of those things where like there's so much like disinformation because people are like, well, I don't know, maybe it could. I don't trust Riot and I don't trust other players. It just it's actually become a live replica of the way disinformation news and everything has spread in real life and now caused mass hysteria. And now everyone has their own theories about it. So like another, and this is a problem with like the lack of the broken trust between the player base and then Riot, because now we just have a bunch of nonsense being spewed out by people who just literally make up shit, and they're like, well, yeah, it could be. It's a bug. It literally has, it's enabled conspiracy theorists to actually be listened to. I'm not saying that you guys are. I'm just saying it's actually created situations where like bozos who just be like, well, yeah, it's a bug. And then you'd be like, well, I don't know. I heard somebody. And they're just making shit up. All right. Okay, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm not going to lie. It looked like the blue buff was working. And also, it says gain 10% attack damage from all ability sources. 16 AP. Blue buff gives 10. Where's the AP source coming from? Something. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know. Brandon, did you know that with someone with Horizon Focus triggers Howling Gale with their cast, the tornado would proc Horizon Focus? I did not know that. That's a very funny interaction, I guess. Or as everyone says, that is a bug. That's a bug. That's actually the worst part about it. Some actions are legitimately unique and interesting and cool, and people are like, yeah, that's a bug. Oh, Hero Augment gives her AP. Oh. Wait, what? Your strongest type has a chance to drop blue on kill, deals health single target, single damage. Feels like a physical damage to the target and 150 physical damage. Wait, what? It gives her AP? Oh, it's a Titans. Oh, right. It's a Titans. Okay. Yeah, okay. Dench. See what I'm talking about, man? I actually believed it for a second. I actually believed it for like what? Her Hero Augment gives her AP? Oh, man. Are they wrong, though? Yes, they're wrong. They are wrong. Not everyone has to be right. And you can't just be like, well, yeah, it just depends, man. Like, the reason we are in this spot in the first place is because you need to just say some things are wrong and some people are wrong. Not everyone, though. Not everyone. A lot of people are right. There are a lot of bugs. This is what I'm talking about, though, man. This guy's holding extra Vise, and then this guy's holding the Mundos. They're just griefing each other all the way down. The Vise and the Mundo players are just holding each other's units. So those guys are bot 4. Chuso's top 4, I think. Wet Jungler. Is he Akali? Might be Akali. Looking very Akali-like. And then I think this guy's just Yumi. Jin 3. This guy went for Jin 3 with his Vi. You know what's even funnier? You could play any backline with Vi. You don't have to play Jin. You could play Monster Trainer. You can play Ashe. You can play whatever makes sense. This guy's just like, this guy's committed. Just rage contesting the Jin. 0 items on Jin. He has a naked Jin. And he just makes it Jin 3. This guy's just rage contesting. Oh my god. Like this guy has nothing. He just has straight up birthday Jin. Birthday suit Jin. Oh my goodness. He's going up against the other Jin player. This guy has 7 Jins. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so nasty, man. It's actually true. Oh. Come on, man. Can't we all get along? Oh, like, why are we making this Jin, man? Oh, Lord. Pandora's. His items are terrible. Okay. Let's take a look at this. This is the cog. Wait, this guy still has 0 cogs? Wait, oh, he's playing cog 2 on the... Oh, he's playing Crystal Gambit. Okay, okay. So he's cashing out Crystal Gambit now. Spat. Bastion Spat, I guess. No Reforger. No Reforger. Big roll down. Let's just all be friends. Nah, I'm not advocating for like everyone to be friends as well, but you can like the thing about TFT is that sometimes it's a free-for-all game. Sometimes some diplomacy is needed. That's just part of the game, right? That's like when you're playing like TFT is a battle royale if you think about it. It's not exactly the way it's marketed as such, but it is a BR. And you need, because everyone's playing for themselves, but sometimes you have to work with others. If you're in that spot, you have to kind of work together as opposed to working against each other's interests, because then you're just like both gonna lose. Shadow Clone over Fairy Tail.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Oh, I guess he wants to double dip artifacts. I would have gone... Well, Fairy Tail is not as good with Shiv, right? Shiv wants more like the... Actually, didn't he roll Bess's Boy? I thought he could have gone Bess's Boy as well. But I'm pretty sure like a lot of times with it, you want something that gives AP, because Static Shiv scales off your AP. So I think Shadow Clone is not it. I think it was Bess's Boy. Because if you... This deals 40 damage or 40% of your holder's ability power, but you have no way to ramp it, it's like not as good. He skipped Bess's Boy. I think Bess's Boy was better. Sorcerer Karma. A Deke. Wet Jungler just playing 5 Mighty Mech. Kaisa. And Wind Streaking. Okay, this guy is actually just straight up LeBron in middle school. What is this? Why is he playing Kaisa 2 carry and Wind Streaking and getting away with it? I mean, he's not getting away with it. He's going to lose this fight. But, like, it's actually way more competitive than I thought it would be. He's trying to use it to get to 9. Like, this is him finessing his way to get to level 9 with, like, a pretty trash board. Surge 66 with Radiant Ginsu is crazy. It's also overkill. I don't think you really need Surge 66. But I guess like at least it gives AP though. It'd be a good way to scale his thing, because I think he does need to scale. Rocket Grab Darius is the tech. After combat start, gain 20% hail shield for 4 seconds. When your target dies, pull the target into melee range and regain the shield. Interesting. This guy hit Jin, but this guy hit, by the way. Jin 3, Mundo 3, Shen 3. I think the Chuso's in a great spot. I think Wet Jungler should be... the Wet Jungler kind of depends on how his level 9 goes. If he misses mech, he might be in trouble. Og is playing Crystal Gambit stage 4. He's about to cash out next turn. He's level 9. He's playing Lucky Glove. I think he's just going fast 9 into Bastions. And then we have Modvani. I think he is giving up on Kabuko 3. Oh, no, he has Kabuko 3. Sorry, that was Udyr 3. So he's Janna. Modvani's spot's pretty good. Og sacking. 299. Oh. Og missed on the 300. That feels so bad. You know what? That's a nerf diff. That's a nerf diff. Yeah, 36 gold or whatever. That's an actual nerf diff. Gold is not bad, though. Not going to lie. He actually kind of needs the gold to hit his board. Because I don't know if he's going to be able to get to his 5 cost. He's going for Bastion Seraphine. Bastion Seraphine. Oh, he gets... That's actually really good. Who's he missing? Jin Zhao needs to go in. Jin Zhao needs to go in. Jin Zhao needs to go in. Oh, wow. He had the presence of mind. Impressive. Mind battery. So, I actually have picked this before on Seraphine, and it felt really, really bad. The first cast grants 5 mana regen and 30 ability power. Well, you know, funny thing about that, she is never casting. 20 seconds into the fight. Okay, but that wasn't a power-up diff. That wasn't a power-up diff. she one-shot, but that was not because, like she would have cast. Okay, it's not because, like, the power-up is good. No. Your conclusion should not be mind battery is crazy. Mind battery says after you get the first cast. She cast. It took 20 seconds to cast. It took 20 seconds to cast. It's good with prodigies, I think. I think if you're playing a prodigy thing, or even then, I don't even know if it's good. But, like, theoretically, it's good in a prodigy setup. I'd rather have power font. Yeah, agreed. I'd rather have that. Bastion, Seraphine, Twisted Fate, Zyra, Gwen. That setup is all quite solid. I think I prefer Zyra. I think I prefer Zyra because Zyra can buff Seraphine's attack speed and therefore get her to cast again. Like, I know that he has Volibear too, but as soon as he finds Zyra too, I think Volibear's out. Because I think that... oh, he had Twisted Fate too. I think you sell Voli. I think you sell Voli and you play Zyra. Oh, he's playing Volibear for the Braum. Because Zyra buffs the Seraphine to cast more often. It's quite good. Max Cap doesn't even play Volibear either, right? Playing Morello Volibear. Is it really not TF2 Zyra? Because, like, the Braum 1... I guess the Luchador on Braum is good for sure. It is good. But Volibear himself, oh, just 4,700. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'm talking too much shit. Oh. Okay, so do we think TF2? Do we think TF2 or is playing Zyra or Volibear 2 is better? I feel like TF2 is like better. Personally, I think he's sleeping on these 5 costs personally, but I guess he also might be feeling like his items aren't specifically good for that. Yeah, and Volibear 2 is solid. It's not like he doesn't do anything. Pretty greedy, yeah. I think it's hard to say. Also, he went up against Janna Kabuko, which is the best comp of the game. So it's easy to, like, look at that and just be like, yeah, well, it's a TF2 diff, but he's also playing against the best comp right now. So I think he beats almost everybody else. Wait, this is Artifact Cogwatch. Just kidding. This is the other best comp in the game. This is the other best comp in the game. Yeah. Wait, that's a Luchador Swain. Okay, I think Og might be bot 4. He's also playing Shadow Clone Cog still. Yeah. Oh man, that is rough. That is rough. He in his mind, he thinks Zyra 2 is definitely worth playing. But yeah. White Jungler made it to 9. He got to 7 mech. Belt Overflow into the mech. Lee Sin 2. Setup is good. I think it's Janna, mech, crew. He's 3 rounds. He's 3 rounds off of Malphite 4. I don't think there's Jin player top 4s. I think it's Kog'Maw. I think those are top 4. They are top 4. I think Og bot 4s, even though his board is pretty good. I just think that actually, if he hits Braum too, I think he can come back. Also, I think Chuso might take a pretty big loss here. If Chuso loses, he doesn't get the Malphite 4. He doesn't top 4. Oh my god, Malphite got thrown into the TF. Oh no, I think he's good. Unless, wait, is Malphite him? Oh, oh my god. Oh my god, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb. Oh my god. It's so, that was way too close. That was way too close. Wait, I think Chuso might bot 4 now. That was actually so close. Man, the Malphite was on his way. Fruit diff? Who's fruit? Og's fruit? Noxus trap? Noxus trap, yeah. All right. Sork board's definitely bot 4. Kog'Maw. I mean, it's Kog'Maw and Janna. It's Kog'Maw, Janna, Mech is the top in the top 4. That's my prediction. And then I don't think Jhin gets there. Zyra too. He's cutting the Seraphine. Oh. Okay. I mean, he'd rather just play around Volibear for the Braum. I mean, Braum is nuts. Braum is nuts. I guess if he had slightly better setup around around his Braum 2 already, I don't think he needs to play this Volibear, but he made items for Volibear, so just play it. This should be a win. I don't think Sorks has enough birds. He's playing 1 item Gwen with Strategist. Okay, here's the thing about TF, is that TF is actually not that good with Lucky Gloves. He like rolls these kinds of things very often, which is not very good. Oh, just kidding. He lost. He's alive. Jhin player's dead. White jungler lost as well. Red jungler trying to go to 10. Can he actually get there? Red jungler's playing for Fur. Oh my god. It's actually so close. The lobby is nuts. Seraphine diff. I mean, I just think that I think that his board is so close to winning out. The reason why we're focusing on it is because his board is like so close to winning out. This guy has no future. Chuso's won off Malphite 4 as well, which is a pretty big spike. He won his previous fight. Shojin GS. This is against. Oh, this is a great time to play Wet Jungler because Wet Jungler is sacking. Good matchmaking here for Aug. If there's a time to play Wet Jungler, it's now because he's going to 10 next turn. So he should be able to win. I mean, heavyweight Jhin is good, but like heavyweight Mundo is good. But I'm pretty sure this comp is just not that playable. Like, he's just not a good comp. Aug lost. He lost to Wet Jungler sacking a 10. Wow. That's got to be disappointing. Malphite 4. Okay, Malphite 4 with a rating item, max vitality, 1420, 6400 HP. This is serious. Okay, now if Chuso can get the Twisted Fate, especially because Twisted Fate got shuffled back into the pool now, we have to have a very real conversation about whether or not this crew player can go all the way. He is still kind of limited because he doesn't have the Twisted Fate, but it is good. What does he want here? I think you want tank items. I think I take Bramble here. Where'd the shop go? Okay. Okay. Shop menu. Shop disappeared for a second. Just a visual bug. Janet player. Yeah, I think honestly the Sork player getting 5th here is pretty solid. I did not have high expectations for Sorks. Wait, White Jungler didn't hit Yone too? Okay. I mean, those star levels matter. It's Ghost Fight. He got wrapped. Chuso got wrapped. I think Chuso probably thinks Bramble's not valuable because a lot of the players in the lobby are AP. Kog'Maw is AP. Janna is AP. Mech does AP damage, so he probably thinks Bramble's not worth. Okay, looks like Sorks went 5th as expected. My jungler 1 versus the Ghost. White Jungler's going for Karma 3. Oh. That's a Yone 2 and a Karma 2 in the shop. Winner Circle. What is this, JG? Is JG even necessary on Karma? I feel like her job is utility bot. This feels like a little bit unnecessary to me because... Oh, he's going to try to move the utility off. Like, put Morello on... Oh. Okay. I feel like we could have just kept those items and just made an item for Lee Sin. Like, if you have 2 item Lee Sin too... I feel like this was I feel like the best way to describe it is I think it's like a 5% upgrade on like a 10% upgrade on Karma, Voice Staff versus JG, versus you could have just put like a 3rd item on Lee Sin. Boom. Did not one-shot the clone. That's not good. The clone is the weaker one. Lost. Looks like Janna players falling off as well. So Wet Jungler, I mean, it's gotta be. Okay, no. It's gotta be 3rd item on Lee Sin. It feels like it has to be. I'm pretty sure. Like making a JG and moving Voice Staff is just worse than just making a 3rd item Lee Sin. They also buffed this dude. Yeah, this guy is kind of nice with it. Also, he's not repositioning. I think this positioning also cost him because his mech ended up casting on the clone, the Cogmaw. I mean, I think the crew player when you hit Malphite for it, and he hit TF by the way. I think he's probably most likely to win the game. Shadow Clone, Ziggs. Also, he's protecting his Spark. Another thing Chuso was doing, he was letting his Sparks Shen die too fast. He's actually like perfectly positioned for this, for like what he wants. I actually think Wet Jungler gets cleared. This is a 4th. A 3rd. It's probably a 3rd. It's probably a 3rd. Unless Movati wins. It's a 4th? Oh, no. That's gotta feel bad. That's gotta feel bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Now K3 Soju's in chat. Hate watching Wet Jungler. Dude, all at EWC... They just kept harassing. Wet Jungler is one of the nicest TFT players. He's just a quiet, young guy. He's like 20 years old, minding his business, playing his favorite video game. He's traveling the world, living his dreams. And every single time he saw a single NA player, everyone just says tier 2. And they just start giggling. They just kept harassing him nonstop in Saudi Arabia, man. Just let this guy live his life. He's just saying, oh, man, tier 2. They're just bullying this poor kid. I mean, and then what happened to us? We got grouped. We lost to Weibo, and I forgot what happened. I think Chuso wins the game. I don't think Shadow Clone Cog is enough damage with Radiant Rage Plate. I still stand by it. I think when you take Shiv, you still really want like Bestis Boy or something like that for the AP source. Because I don't think the Shadow Clone. How much damage is the Shadow Clone Cog doing? I mean, it's doing less damage than the Swain. It's definitely not like that good. I mean, it's a good second, I guess. And Chuso won. A crew first. Worth the wait, Malphite 4. You guys believe me now? Some of you doubters in chat. No, yeah, Malphite 4. Is it even worse? Just sell Malphite. Just sell Malphite. Is it even worth? Yeah, it's worth, man. Malphite 4 is pretty good. He's kind of... Not only is Malphite 4 really tanky, but like surprisingly, especially with that setup, does a lot of damage. Because Malphite actually can kind of punch the damage, and the crew, and that helps the crew like a lot. All right, so let's check the scores. I guess we have one more game going. You can't really spectate. Let's pull up Snooty Boo stream. Let's pull up Snooty Boo stream here. NA starts in 1.5 hours. So we'll queue up again. Actually, we have Kevin Parker's POV. No, Snooty Boo's spectating, right? Snooty Boo. Snooty Boo. He's the other guy covering. He's covering the Spanish players mainly. Emily Wang is streaming special events. Mandarin plus English. Watching New York Comic Con. What is she watching? Watching New York Comic Con. I didn't even realize Emily even follows New York Comic Con. McDonald's app. Oh, wait. Monopoly's back at McDonald's. Well, I love that shit. Hashtag ad. Mandarin plus English. Oh, she's translating.
I think it's about the scope.
Oh my gosh, she's
Like,
so pretty.
really just
I like her dress.
understanding. We have traveled for the
I
last
like her
2 years
dress.
together as a
她
cast,
穿
which
搭
is really
真的
special
很
for us,
好。
but so special for
Soju also harassing Emily and her channel. This guy is so bored. This guy is just so bored. I'm pretty sure there has not been a major sporting event that Soju has not gambled on in the past week. This guy has too much free time. I hope he loses every bet for the next week. And you should too. Because if so, then he's going to start feeling financially insecure and he's going to have to stream. Actually, you know what? But if he does that, then he's going to be online and then you guys are not forced to watch me anymore. So I take that back. I hope he wins every bet. Actually, it's fine if he doesn't stream at the same hours that I do. So he streams at nighttime, and then when I go to sleep, and then we can just farm the AFK viewers together. So he farms the so like he passes the AFK viewers to me, and I pass the AFK viewers back to him. So you know what? I'm back in it. I hope he loses every bet. I'm back in. All right, so what do we have here? So we have Darius heavyweights, Noxious Trap. This setup is so good, but I feel like when I have played it, it felt like I was missing some pieces that what made it super strong. And then I watched other people play it and it looks broken. So I'm not sure. Have you tried Mentor Callista? I did actually. I did. I even put a YouTube video of it, I believe. You want Soju to be bankrupt? No, I don't want Soju to be bankrupt. Also, I think it's impossible to be bankrupt because I think Soju actually is like financially set for life already. Unless he literally gambles his life savings, but I'm pretty sure he told me that like his he gave his money to his dad. And his dad like manages his money. And like anytime he needs to like do a microtransaction or something like that for a game, he has to like ask his dad for the debit card. Like I remember he was doing Hearthstone arena runs and he needed to ask his dad for like the information so he can swipe $3 for an arena run. It's actually smart. Oh my god, what's this Tesla coil? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Teslas? What the heck? That is insane. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he like swiped like 20 to 30 runs, $3 at a time for Hearthstone Arena. But like he needed to like ask for that card like almost every time, like every interaction, something like that. He doesn't trust himself. I think it's smart. Wow. Wow, Method player is dead. He gave one to Bellum for his ledger. I mean, that's just smart. It's smart if because you know yourself, right? It's like you hold yourself accountable. Because the thing about Soju is that he's also quite degenerate with his gambling, and so like if you know you have a problem, just work around it. Like not everyone can handle their impulses. Good to know your limits. Good to know your limits. So his dad is okay with him gambling millions? Soju hasn't gambled millions. Come on, man. This guy is in Toronto, Tokyo. Toronto, Tokyo's volume is insane. He is up and down so much on a daily basis. It's like hard for me to stomach it. Like his swings are crazy. What's the status of the TFT Academy overlay? So, update wise, I think things are going well. It's just hard to give like a timeline of it because pushing out an overlay is not that hard in itself, but doing it well is hard, and then doing it well that isn't just like, well, what is the difference between this and X is another layer on top of that. And we want to make sure to try to accomplish both of that, because if we push out an overlay, we can just push out an overlay that's like basically a copy of our website and try to make it good, but then it's like it's not adding that much value to it. But if we can like but we have a lot of things that we want to do with it, but it's all the features aren't going to be baked into it in version 1, because that stuff takes a long time just to do well, without like, you know, of course, hiring like a crazy team of it. But if you hire a really big team, that comes with like the need to aggressively monetize, you know what I mean? Because we need to pay for everything and all that stuff. So the TLDR of the overlay right now is that we are probably going to try and aim to have something like a beta by next set, and hope that it lands well, and it gives you a reason to download it and use it over other things besides the fact that you just like us. Like some people just like us and you'll download it no matter what, which is great. But we also really want to be able to convince people, be like, well, I already have Mobilytics and I already have Meta TFT and I already have all this other stuff. Why should I just like use yours if it's just like a carbon copy of it? So we want to make sure that it feels like good. Yep, that's basically it. All right, are there any other games going on? Etra's playing. Etra Infam is offline. All right. So I guess that's it for the 6 games, right? Wait, who else is Etra in a lobby with? Maybe you can see. Day 1 lobbies. Is Soju playing today? No. Soju plays in regionals. This is tier 2. This is tier 2. Etra is in a lobby with YY1, Catalyst, Dark Book. I guess I could just stay on Snooty POV here. Tier list: Snooty Boo, Janna Kabuko, Kog'Maw, Darius Smolder, Seraphine Fast 9, Jinx Poppy, Malzahar. Rise Senna tier 2. No olvides mirar los enlaces de utilidad en las pestañas de abajo. What does that mean? Exclamation point info. The Snooty Boo tier list. The Snooty Boo tier list. Where's Greg? Greg plays in today as well. He plays in like an hour and a half. Okay. I guess we'll just like look at the cup scores real quick and then update it. Can I spectate this game? Oh, is spectating working again? Oh, spectating might be working again. Oh my god. I thought that this bug was still in tournament realm. Oh, thank the Lord. This feature was broken for a while. Oh, actually, it still might be broken. Just kidding. Actually, it still might be broken. Before, though, the option wasn't even available to spectate. Before, you couldn't even do it. Thoughts on Caitlyn Jace? Been finding a lot of firsts with it lately in Russia, GM, and Challenger Elo. So thoughts on Caitlyn Jace? Looks like it is broken, by the way. Caitlyn Jace. I think the comp is really bad on 2 stars. Really, really bad on 2 stars. So if you can find a way to get to the board, it's good. But it's hard. It's expensive. And Jace is like more contested now. Also, you kind of need specific items. You kind of need to be in a situation where you can hit like a bunch of swords. Oh, the reason why it crashed is because the lobby is over. Okay. So yeah. All right, let's play 2 games. Let's play 2 games of EU. And then watch NA. Does that sound good? 2 games of EU chat climb. And then Americas. Yes. Let me log in real quick. Frodan EUS. When is Tactician's Cup? It's in an hour. In 1 hour from now. Wait, what? Oh, I think this is my tournament. I logged out of my tournament realm. Oh, crap. Give me a sec. I'm getting mixed up on my tournament account stuff. 1 second here. Accounts. Boom. And then log into this one. Is anyone here going to TwitchCon, by the way, or are you guys all just skipping it? I don't blame you if you're skipping it. I don't blame you if you're skipping it. Yeah, thank you for the 7 months, man. Make TFT Academy cryptocurrency to fund the website. Redesign like Bunny Fufu brought in rug pull. Yeah. That does sound like a good exit plan. I saw that a League of Legends guy did that for like nothing. I think he did it for like $4,000 or something like that. He like basically, was it like Yamato's death or something like that? Okay, what's going on here? I'm just stuck on resume. Let me log out, I guess. Log out, sign out. That's just sad, man. Like if you're gonna rug pull, at least like make a killing off of it, you know? Like make it make sense. If you're gonna rug pull for like a couple $1,000s, like come on, man. That's just like I understand that that might be a lot of money to some people. It definitely is, especially I'm sure everyone in here in chat would appreciate that. But it feels like killing your career for just like nothing just feels like it's like the definition of the golden goose. 4,000 is 4,000. Yeah, but except it's not worth doing that. I don't know. He was so burnt out he crashed his career. Yeah, but like that's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Bunny Fufu is an OnlyFans creator now. Is he really? Okay, is it me or is the EU client not working? Okay, I got it. All right, let's queue it up. Let's queue it up and I guess we can update the score sheet. Let's see the score sheet for day 1 leaderboards. Let's see what happens. Who advances? Top 64. Looks like the cutoff. Oh wait, they haven't sorted it yet. They haven't sorted it yet, but it looks like someone did drop a 40 bomb. It was Yvonne, 41 points, pretty good.